Here we go. So EOSD went by really fast because I did the hard run. So
I made it to Remy.
now we're on Touhou 7, which means Andrew's going to try Yukari first so he can beat that. And then I'm going to kick off hard mode runs, I guess.
Oh, that booted up fast. Alright.
Hold on, it hasn't even... There you go.
Okay, cool.
Alright. I'll be over here, chat.
Chat.
I have a plate in my hand. Chat, can you hear me chewing? Let me know if you can hear me chewing.
Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. That's what I want. Alright. Predestined house.
No, that's good. Okay. Oh, how's volume, chat?
Guess what was on for some fucking reason?
Slow mode?
Yep. What? Why?
It's off. What's wrong? That's slow.
Why?
That's slow mode, not slow shot. Slow shot's on the Keith McVig.
Yeah. Oh, wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, weird. Why was that on? I didn't even hit reset.
That's a reason.
Alright, well. Alright. Alright, mulligan, chat.
First try, he said.
Alright.
So yeah, chat, how's volume? Because Yukari is gonna go really loud.
Guess who,
First try?
Mulligan's. Mulligan's pending.
Alright, first try for real.
Yeah, first try for real now. Starting now. I meant to review the VOD, but then, I took a little longer in the shower than I meant to, so, you know, that didn't quite happen.
Oh, come on.
Oh, yeah.
No, you go. Here you go. Forgot I bottled my drink. No, this is not doing hard mode yet. See, when we did our extra stage runs way back when, Andrew didn't actually beat Yukari and we moved on. So
No, I didn't.
now we're here.
I wienered out, because her timeout spell hurt me emotionally.
Andrew had difficulty with the teleporting spell, Ran Yakumo, and the timeout spell. Which is to say, you know, they're kind of big. Also, this one. I never actually captured her second spell card in this one. So I can't help you there. I don't remember how to do it. I remember this, though. They're aimed at you, a little bit of delay. Now 2 random shots of red. There's another red one. Now blue aim. And then this one is left to right, yeah. Easier than red Oni, blue Oni.
Oh, yeah.
Still fucking up, though. Alright, now I have no idea how to do this one. 0 to 13, yep.
Sounds about right. Fuck. Yeah, no.
I don't know, you have to look it up again.
Right! She has a fucking bomb shield! Because of course she does!
Probably forgot.
Wishful thinking, you could say. Bro, okay, maybe it wasn't first try. I kind of forgot about this part of the stage. Alright, cool, got my one out. Alright, never mind.
You almost died.
I almost died like twice.
You got hella bailed out by old game systems. Full power clear into supernatural border. The game did not want to take that life from you. Don't forget, you need to get those for extra one-mans.
Oh yeah, right. God, I'm really not used to those mattering for my life. Fuck, I know. I bibbity bammed, I swear it on me, mom.
Splatoon 2 checks if the system runs on Windows 98. What? Oh yeah, this part. Remember this part?
Yeah.
I don't.
Kind of.
Chat, for those of you that are into speedrunning, would anyone like to explain to me? It seems like there's a new route discovered for 120 stars in Mario 64. which happened like probably 3 days after Cheese just got the world record again.
Oh, yeah.
Right, that's fast back and forth like that.
I forgot there was a 5th one.
You dodged that, but get in your teeth.
My heart definitely sank a little bit. Alright, how you carry?
Burner.
Whoa! This weirdly nostalgic being back here. I hate it though.
First spell card? I don't remember.
It's Ron's but harder.
Oh, right, this one. You know, I would say that Ron has the easiest extra stage boss spell card in the entire series.
Yep.
You literally just tap right, and you get through it.
There we go.
Yeah, the thing is, Yukari's volume on her team is about 10 times louder than everything else in the entire series. Speaks for her power level, I suppose, but, you know. I'll turn the BGM down a little bit if he wipes out. What one is Flaw of Forgiving Shrine? No. Ron's first spell card is actually as simple as just moving to the left side of the screen and tapping right every single time you hear a sound effect. Like, you don't need to know anything about how to move in shmups to know how to tap right every time you hear a sound cue.
I hate this one.
It's Moko's card with charms that bounce up and down. No. No, that one's still harder. That's her third one, isn't it?
I got scared. I gotta skip this game.
The hitbox is super generous and the bullets are spaced way too far. Nope. Nope. How could I? Go do Ron's first spell card. Just tap to the right, my guy. Like, you don't need to do anything but tap to the right. There is absolutely zero brain power going on in that spell card. Promise you, there is no easier extra stage boss spell card than that one. I can't remember its name though.
Right, this is Ron, but easier.
Easier Siege, yeah. Remember, Yukari's spell card is described as easier than Ron's or bullshit.
Checked out.
Oh yeah, I agree that Ron's first spell card is visually appealing.
I didn't think I was gonna end there.
It's visually appealing in the sense that it's very overwhelming, but if you know how to do it, it's like it's trivialized. And you know, a lot of people say like, oh, if you know how to do it, it's easy, but like that one is legitimately
Free.
Simple if you know how to do it.
Chat, that spell card, Chirno is scarier than that spell card.
And you can stand in front of her and not get hit.
This is teleporting? Yes.
I remember, she doesn't have a hitbox. You remember how I did it?
Yes.
Not quite, but you haven't died yet. Oh no, you got it. It's a lot easier to dodge bullets that go in basically straight horizontal than it is to dodge at an angle. You don't have to adjust your stick to move up left and right down. Only left or right, really. Well done.
Demon conquered.
Another dude, my food is almost done.
Alright, another bomb. Time to play good. Butterfly and Zen Temple. What is this one in? Right.
Let's go sound cue.
Yep.
really do be those cooldowns, though.
Yep. Alright.
Double black dead butterfly!
No. I can't do behind you, man. No, I can't do behind me while I'm anticipating those to show up, too.
Remember, the bullets behind you don't disintegrate by the bomb
they don't.
if they're off screen.
No, they do not.
Take that cooldown.
Yeah, this one is spooky fairy skeleton.
Kirby knives are used by Yiko as well.
Yeah. Alright.
I'm gonna do this one.
Nope.
It's not as hard as you think. You just kind of do a... and move up a little bit, and then go through the bullets. So you go... yeah, okay, but... no, you want to be on the bottom of the screen. Remember, she aimed into your position. Oh, this is working, but...
It works. Don't question it.
well, alright.
Alright. This is the fucking spell card that made me quit this fight. I hate this timeout. I hated Ron's version of it, and I hate Yukari's version of it just as much.
And this is her third last spell card, too.
Yep. Dude, I actually can't register what's going on in this. Like, I get it, it's simple, but my brain is just trying to figure everything out at once, and it do not.
I got chicken bait. My chicken's ruined. Oh well. That's what it was good.
God, guess who's gonna bomb through the rest of this because he can't fucking do it? Me. That's who. Nope. I'm not moving. I'm not moving with this thing.
You got 4 of them.
For a damn reason, too. God, I'm sorry, but this isn't happening. Nope. I don't
You
even
might
care.
get hit now.
4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Easy schmeat.
Alright, time for a fucking mess.
Now it's a goddamn mess. Every bullet in the goddamn game is here.
This one is so nice to look at.
No, I'm sorry. I'm not.
You're not doing damage to her either, though.
No.
Almost dead. Alright, I have no idea how to do this one.
I don't know either, but she's gonna find out my barrier first. 72 seconds. I think you stay in the center?
Different ways of attack. You have 4 bombs. A mistake was made.
Yes.
Alright, 4 bombs, 1 minute. Try not to get spawned on.
I don't know how to get out.
Oh. 1. 2.
I don't know why I'm shooting.
I think you have 3 waves left to dodge, so you need to dodge at least one of them. You're gonna get hit. Oh, you're so gonna get hit. Wait, no, you have enough bombs to get through it. Yeah. This last wave will take 10 seconds. As long as you stay in the middle and press bomb, you're good. Holy shit! The fuck do you go in that one?
Chat, would I ever lie to you?
She's stuck on 1 second.
Yeah.
I know she did.
Chat, would I ever lie to you? I told you I'd do it first try.
Alright.
Ah, it's heaven.
I never expected anyone to be able to pass through such a path.
Well, I didn't. Spider cell can capture something far larger than a spider itself, like a butterfly, for example.
Ah, it's that. If you see a spider at night, oh, someone's going to raid your house. Thank you, Mel, for the gifted sub.
Thief? Don't call me that. Well, with this maid uniform, it's quite unusual to get into trouble, though.
Well, at least there's nothing worthwhile in my house. Thank you, Fatal, for gifting a sub as well. Still worth a lot more than the shrine in the same border, though.
Even if it were not, you wouldn't have anything in your house if all you ever do is sleep.
That's rude. My house is full of nice stuff.
That's not what you just said.
For example, my futon.
Nobody's gonna steal that.
Well, and my pillow.
Okay, so there's nothing really.
Well, but sometimes things do drift in.
Is there a sea around here?
Like human children. Or adults.
You better return them to where they were.
It didn't even look like that last wave was going to hit you in the middle. Like,
Kinda,
straight
sorta,
up.
I don't know.
You bombed early because I know you wanted to win and not risk it, but it looked like it
no.
wasn't going to hit you. Alright, well, I gotta put it back. Drop my dishes off. Oh, my fan is on the floor.
Whoops. Chat. Yukari don't have shit on me. You see that, chat? That 100%? Thank you, Automod, for catching the word bish.
Alright.
I used 27 bombs. We don't need to pay attention to that part, though.
27 bombs. I wonder how many I used.
Alright, cool. 18 minutes.
Alright, well, I guess you can start it. You're already on the controller.
Alright, why not?
It's not like that took any real amount of time.
No. Alright.
Jack the Ripper! Alright, so...
You
picked hard mode, right?
Yeah, I picked hard.
Alright.
It actually doesn't say.
Yeah, it doesn't say in these earlier games.
It said it on EOSD, didn't it?
No.
No.
Doesn't say it in EOSD.
The sword did.
No, it says in the later ones.
Right. That's not a thing until Imperishable Night. You can't focus at the item clear.
Why is Autobot... What is Autobot doing? I can't click that. I don't even know what it caught.
It caught the word bish.
No, it caught Weeaboo.
Oh. It caught the word bish earlier, too. Like, I don't know what that means.
Bish is not a real word.
No, it's not. I guess Automod wants to catch, like, workarounds to swearing, which I guess...
No, Automod will catch anything that would imply someone of the female sex is not good at something. Straight up. I am not kidding.
So, Chad, this is Cherno.
It will catch...
Cherno, you know.
It will catch the phrase, she's bad, but it won't give a single shit about he fucking sucks. Not even kidding.
She has a spell card.
Dude, what the fuck is wrong with my Automod? What, did it level up? Look, it catches she can't play. What the fuck does that even mean? But if you say...
I mean, it's probably better than it does, but still, it is kind of funny.
If you say... Now say he can't play and watch what happens. Dude, it leveled up. The bot leveled up. I didn't change anything. I don't know why it's catching a million different things.
Chad, did this stage get shortened because Cherno has a spell card? I swear to God, this stage is usually longer.
That's ridiculous. It is ridiculous.
Hi, laddie.
It's absolutely fucking ridiculous. I keep it on because it does catch things. See? See how it catches... What is this bot? The bot makes me laugh more than anything. But, yeah, it's something.
Oh, Jesus.
I pulled my
Yeah, I can't hear anything now. Whoops.
How the fuck did I do that?
Did you do that? Alright, I'm gonna pause real quick because I want music. Not. I mean, I want the music that doesn't slap.
All right, there we go. Oh, it's not. My mic's not tightened in spot for some reason.
Huh.
Alright, there we go. Alright, you're good. Yeah, I didn't even put any force on that. It's just suddenly my volume cut out.
Yeah, and my music cut out. I was like, whoa!
Just went back on the bot. On your successful Yukari run, you bombed 15 times. Give me that glory, baby.
You know what's crazy? Half my bombs were in the last 2 spell cards.
Well, half of them, no, because you used way more than 8. You used a bunch of them on the timeout spell. You
Right,
used a lot of them on the.
Yeah, I used them all where. On
Yeah,
the
you
things
dumped
like,
a whole fucking like.
I dumped 3
starting.
lives.
Yeah, a whole starting set worth of bombs.
Because I was scared and wanted to be done with it.
The pee poo poo man. Alright,
Alright.
Stop playing with the bot. I know the bot's stupid, but don't try to instigate it to catch things. It's pointless.
Chat, I just didn't want to lie to you. Would you rather me have to do that again if it meant lying to you?
You said first try and it took you 3.5 tries.
Look, 2 mulligans and then the first time I reached you carry.
Everything's a mulligan until you win, then it's first try.
Yeah, everything's a practice run until you do it, then it's the first run.
Oh, and I don't know if you want to practice.
Well, why would I practice when I can just do it right the first time?
You can't practice unless you do it right the first time.
Dylan, why would I have practiced Yukari when I just did it the first time?
But you can't practice Yukari until you've already beaten her, you dumb bum.
Not gonna lie, I thought about it, but then I realized that I thought about practicing, but then I was like, that I'd have to download a score file or beat Ron again. So I just kind of was like, nah, I'll wing it.
What a fucking lazy bastard. Actually, you're not wrong. I booted up UFO, I got through 1 stage, and it's like, no. No,
You know
so now I have a score file in UFO.
I tried playing UFO again as well, and I was like, no, this is somehow worse than how I remember it.
UFO is a game for people who don't like themselves
And like
or
Senai.
like UFO.
Or like Senai.
I don't like that game.
Like, chat, I was talking about it earlier. I was talking about it like yesterday. I was like, you know how in DDC, the gimmick is that you gotta go to the top of the screen and get the point of collection. So the bullets, the patterns, while messy, are kind of designed to let you do that. UFO forces you to navigate the entire screen and then makes that impossible by stage 2.
Yeah, because there was a clutter of design choices in there. So you need items to go into the UFOs. Enemies produce items. Enemies produce bullets. So if you don't have a UFO active when the enemies show up to produce items for the UFOs, you're not collecting any fucking UFOs. You want to roll a goddamn 3 of a kind in the middle of that. But that like every oh, okay, I don't know what hit you.
I didn't think I'd get clipped there. That's unfortunate.
Medicine is a character who had a really annoying style of play, so she was limited to Touhou 9, and she had to compete for popularity spots with the likes of Aya, aka Touhou's second coming of a fucking protagonist, Yuka, aka PC98's revival child that everybody wants to get stepped on, Komachi, the big booba lady with the death scythe who's lazy, and then Aki, short justice. Like how do you compete against that? What is your character trope, Medicine? Oh, I'm full of dangerous poison and I hate people. Brilliant! Let's give her a game. Oh, that looks fun.
It's not, you can believe it.
Komachi has a great personality. It's just that's not the first thing you look at. You get what I'm saying?
You can't look at a personality though.
Exactly.
I'm kind of surprised I captured that. I was ready to bomb at any point, but nah, I ain't like that anymore. I'm a hardened, seasoned veteran.
Komachi's a sick character. Don't get me wrong, but like, come on, you know how the internet works. Some people don't care about what a character has. They care about what a character has. You know?
They don't even care about what they have. They'll give anyone bigger boobas.
Well, that's true. There's no one who is immune to that propaganda.
Fuck.
Wow, that was cool. You managed to get the border, lose the border, and then get hit on the span of 1
You know,
second.
that's how I got hit by a bullet while it was going out with my invincibility.
Yeah, so that the bullets decleared.
Alright, I'm just gonna get through Chen real quick. She almost ran away from that. Did you see it? She tried to outrun it.
Medicine is still a newborn yokai as their main emotion as a Tsukumogami is hatred. Yep.
That's unfortunate. That's just kind of sad, really.
She's basically Bayonet. That's the easiest comparison I can make to someone who doesn't know much about Touhou but knows what Pokemon is. That wasn't very difficult.
No, it was just what she does in normal mode, but with more layers. Hey, chat, you know what I'm excited for? Damn, I have no lives because I have no point items. Chat, you know what I'm excited for? Hard mode Merlin. Yeah.
Ooh, motion blur.
Alright, there's my next
nice.
place.
Oh, you got a 50 point item. You are not item clearing line.
No, I'm not. I'm kind of scared if I'm being real with you. And there's like no item clear line in this stage because it's all boss fight.
I remember when I did this last time. I'm pretty sure I got to Alice without getting hit, and then Alice used the spell card to kick my ass. So there you go. See what she does. If you want to talk about Shuckle stats, that's Renko. Renko and Puppet Dance performance is Shuckle. Pretty sure Orange is Chansey.
Alright, and now Alice comes back.
Mima will never come back. Or maybe she will. I don't know. She's one of those characters who gets teased. Well, not teased at all, actually.
Aww.
No one teases Mima, but everybody feels like they get teased for Mima. People be like, oh, the new silhouette for the character. They're like 2 feet tall, and they're about as wide as Peepo. And it's like, oh shit, that's flat Mima confirmed. Like, what do you mean? You can't just take any old shadow and decide it's Mima. What do you think this is, Pokemon Academy? Fucking Jigglypuff upside down looking ass?
Jigglypuff, it seems from above.
Besides, in my humble opinion, chat, I prefer Umemi and Chieri to come back. Those are my favorite characters from PC98.
What about Rikako?
Well, I like her a lot, but she's not my favorite. I like Chieri more as extension because it feels like you can't have one without the other. But Umemi is my favorite PC98 character.
Now I have 89.
I've heard that Cheating Detective Satori has been rattling some bones with the evil spirit vengeance nonsense. Because they're like, oh shit, check it out. They're visiting all these old locations from way back when, and there's an evil spirit running around causing mischief. Ooh, I bet it's Mima! So you know, if it's not Mima...
There's going to be universal heartbreak.
Nothing new, that's for sure.
Damn. Benevolent French doll's H.
Koishi pulling the strings? No, it's a spirit. It's a spirit capable of possession. And this isn't like perfect possession because they would have known if it was perfect possession. It's just a powerful, vengeful spirit that they have been unable to catch. I think. I haven't read most of it.
This part of the fight.
Yeah, this part. What is this? Can you explain this?
Yeah, what is this?
What
health
is
bar
that?
is red from the beginning.
Can anyone explain that? Her health bar literally does not decrease. The bullets do not reach you, and then the spell card starts. What the hell is that?
That's a lot of schmeckles. And her health bar depleted because Jack the Ludibile!
Apparently it was a coding mistake.
Nice.
I need a proper explanation for it.
He forgot to give her a free cooldown health bar and instead made it the full health bar.
It's just a bad HP value set. I guess I'll believe that. I don't really know any other way to interpret it because it's confusing. It just happens and then ends. That super short Alice attack was a proper attack in the demos, but then changed it for some reason. Oh.
Why?
Yeah, why?
But why though? Oh, no, it's the next one I think that beat your ass.
Just Tibetan dolls.
Tibet. Remember when I said I wasn't gonna bomb here?
I'm assuming this is a hard mode only one because you don't have any clear history on it.
That would make sense.
Or Eerily Luminous Shanghai! So this is a powered up version of Shanghai dolls, because again, no clears. This is our last spell card. Yeah, it's not too bad. Just a couple squeezing through donuts.
Nothing I haven't done before. I tried.
Well, sometimes words are spoken, and then action is set in the movement. Sagume. Each card is considered a new card every difficulty with each new character. Oh yeah, right. You're right about that. I forgot about that because that's how I unlock Yukari. This isn't a score file, by the way. I remember I did an easy mode run. I did an easy mode run to get like 20 something spell cards. Then I did a hard mode run got a handful of spell cards, then the game crashed, and didn't save any of them, and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? That's how we learned that these games tend to crash if you click out of the window every now and again. Not a fun time to learn it. But I did, you know, I rectified it, I fixed it. It was intentional to trip up players prior to the demo. The thing is, Alice's inclusion in PC98 was exactly that purpose.
You mean her inclusion in this game?
Yeah, whoops, that's what I meant. Alice's inclusion in Touhou 7 was literally to throw off expectations to what the plot of the game was. Zun put her in stage 3 because the demo would bring you up to her, and it'd be like, oh shit, what's going on? That's a character from PC98. Because you notice how after Alice, the game just completely shifts tone.
Yeah.
You go Letty, you go Chen, then you go to Alice, and then suddenly you're going to Netherworld. Netherworld's not Makai, it's Netherworld. Fucking Zun, man. He had it all figured out.
Bad spot.
He really played with people's hearts there. Oh shit, the revival of PC98. Alice is here. Oh boy, I bet Mima's at the end. Lol. You're half right. You got a ghost lady, but it wasn't Mima.
You're right, it was better.
Is that why the stage takes place is so unidentifiable? I don't know that one, but I will tell you that the Alice Zone, as I am so happy to call it, is one of the most unknown locations in the entirety of Gensokyo.
That motherfucker looped around and tackled me.
The Alice Zone. It could be anywhere you want it to be, or nowhere at all at the same time. Because PC98 locations are a mess. You got Ramadan, you got Genmukai, you got Mukai itself, Makai, like... Dude, there's so much shit! There's so many alternate worlds. I'm pretty sure the only PC98 game that actually solidly takes place in Gensokyo is Touhou 3. Everything else is like, oh, you're going to a new world, Reimu, after stage 1.
Yeah, kinda.
Because the first 5 levels...
Yo, I love the way that cherry petal overlaps the ball.
The first 5 levels are Gensokyo, then you go to either Makai or Hell. Then in Touhou 2, the first stage is the Shrine, then you're at Ramadan. And then Touhou 3 is all the Hyperspace Probability Vessel, but that's all in Gensokyo. And then you have 4 where Orange, you fight Orange, and then you find Kurumi, who's guarding the Dreamworld entrance, so there you go, now you're in the fucking Dreamworld. And then you got Touhou 5, where, again, you're in the Makai world after, like, you beat up the Gatekeeper. Like, so many locations. It's all Gensokyo, but then it's not. The game's title is Touhou Gensokyo. Yes! Yes, I knew that one. Spelled with a U. I don't know the other ones, though. I only know the main games. Or, sorry, the Windows era main games. Because PC98 still counts. Sort of. Touhou 1, Reimu couldn't fly. Reimu can't fly in any of them. Reimu can only fly because she rides Genji's back. It's just, there was no Genji in Touhou 1, so she just ran around and waved her beaten stick.
That's cool.
The Yin Yang Orbs is also a much more prominent thing in PC98 lore. Like, Reimu still uses them in Windows, but like, they were a big deal in PC98.
I hate this variant on normal mode.
Like, Meira wanted the power of the Hakude, Mima wanted the power of the Hakude. No one in Windows era wants the power of the Hakude. They don't give a shit.
Well, I got my one man, and I'm bam.
They just do whatever they want, and then Reimu shows up and it's like, can you not? And they're like, well, you're gonna have to dock me out. You leave Reimu with so many options. Oh, any day now.
Hi, Merlin.
There we go. Oh, right, she has Hina Phantasm, the ghost bullets that are wiggly.
Yeah,
I hate those.
Hate them. Why do you think I bombed this cooldown in normal mode?
Well, you didn't need to this time.
Are you sure about that?
Oh. Remember, you can choose which one you fight by knocking them out and when the triple spell card happens, so you only have to do...
Chat, how do I glitch Merlin?
Well, that doesn't look so hard.
No. It's literally just the first cooldown that I absolutely fucking despise, because I hate squigglies.
Squiggly ghosts. They're like lasers, but not as scary.
No, they're even scarier.
Well, lasers are worse than ghosts. So yeah, you're shooting the middle one, that means you're gonna have to fight the middle one. Alright, you didn't go fast enough. So I believe the way to do this one was to stream it until the yellow ones shoot, then to go to the other side of the screen because there's a gap. Yeah, but there's an extra chunk layer, so you need to go a little bit faster. So I don't think you get to choose your target for this one. Well, Merlin it is.
Great. That's what I wanted to happen.
I don't care how easy you may find squigglies, I hate them. I hate squigglies, lasers, and Cheeto bullets. The only bullet type I'm okay with is the one you saw right there. It makes perfect sense. Look at this! It's like lasers, but they're more mobile. Oh, it's worse. Ew. Ghost Clifford.
Okay.
Clifford the big ghost dog.
Why was that one so rogue? That one wanted my head.
Whoa, that came from your ass, and you didn't get hit. I'm genuinely impressed.
Pixel left,
Concerto Grosso? Oh, no, it's different. Stygian Riverside. Oh, no, this is... No, Concerto Grosso's last. I don't think that one changes.
No, I don't think so.
So how do you displace Merlin?
I don't know. That's why I wanted to see if chat would tell me.
Clifford is Dale. Alright, the ghost dog will continue. Cerberus, but he's Clifford. Revised Concerto Grosso. So this...
More layers.
I don't know if there's a trick to this one. It just feels to me like I need to tight dodge when things get really close to my face.
Yep.
Thankfully, they all share the same health bar.
Yeah, if you bomb here, they just explode.
Oh, they have an
Like
extra
this.
layer jutting out. Or is that laser always there? I can't remember.
That's not always there.
It reminds me of magnetics. They're like the little iron
Yeah.
orb. They're like the iron orb and you stick the columns to them. They told me I could build things with that. You can't build shit with that.
You can build spinners. That's what we usually did.
3D spitter? Alright, we're on stage 5, aka the worst stage in the entire game. Youmu...
No, stage 5 doesn't suck. Yomu just
Yeah,
is
Youmu
annoying.
sucks.
I love Yomu, but...
From what
I
I
don't like fighting
understand, Youmu is the hardest part of any run. And then Yuyuko is not.
Oh
Now,
dear.
to me, Yuyuko seems plenty difficult, but I have a feeling it's more a matter of Yuyuko's patterns are sensible, whereas Yomu's are stupid, and I hate them. Although I'm not a lunatic player. I'm a lunatic for playing, but I'm not a lunatic player. But I totally understand. I would totally understand if someone told me that Youmu was way harder than Yuyuko, because just going on personal experience from normal mode and even a little bit of hard mode that I did play, I cannot stand Yomu's shit. I hate all of them, especially that goddamn cooldown that Zun used 3 times. Why did he use it 3 times? Why did you bomb there?
Because I was hoped and I really thought I was gonna get hit.
Who's worse, Youmu or Sho? Sho.
So,
Sho. I hate Sho. Everything Sho throws at you is bullshit. Her cooldowns are wiggly lasers and her spell cards are dumb and I hate them. Most valuable Vajra is not as valuable as you think. And yes, here's the cooldown. Now, look at this cooldown and tell me you see how it works. I agree with you. However, that doesn't stop me from fucking it up anyway. I hate it. I hate the crisscrossing, dude.
yeah.
Ooh, that made me mad! And then this part.
This part isn't even hard.
No, it's not, but when you're dodging the other shit, it's annoying.
Storybook of the Gaki realm.
Yomu has harder spells generally, but Yuyuko is longer, so it balances it, I guess. Also, Yomu's spells are awesome. I agree with you. Her spells are really cool, but I despise them because they're really annoying. Force slow mode. I actually don't move in focus when she slows down time, because I think it's easier to navigate. Only the same cooldown 3 times, dude. He used it 3 times.
Why? Okay.
They're really
glad
close.
I'm glad that ends right before you, like, get there. Alright. Yeah, no, alright, cool. No, this is fine. This is fine. This is perfectly acceptable.
I think there had to be something you could do there that wasn't bomb, but
I'd
it
like
didn't
to
look
know
possible in your situation, yeah.
No.
He's
Come
a big
on
fan
now.
of those. He had to have been. Here it is again! He really liked this one.
I'll fucking do it again.
I don't think I've ever seen a boss use the same cooldown as many times in a game. Even extra stage bosses have some variety. But Youmu just rehashes this one 3 times.
Bro, why is this harder than it was just a second ago?
I don't know, dude.
Guy, there we go. Flash and slash formation.
Yuyuko is probably one of the easiest bosses on Lunatic. Really? Interesting. I mean, she is a stage 1 boss after all.
How the fuck does this get easier?
Move through it. Quick. Fast. You suck.
Okay.
Dude, look how much time you get to register where you need to move. Don't move in focus during it. Get through all of it right now. Go. Yeah, you're a pickle on that one. Think of it like this. You have plenty of time to identify where you need to go. It's the excuse I'm going to tell you. So remember this one. Dodge on the center and then dodge on the side.
Fuck. I know what to do. I fucked this one up a lot, actually. Even though I do know what to do.
It's because you stand in the gaps, then she fires the knives to cover the gaps. You need to dodge on the side of the gap.
Yeah, it's awkward.
Worldly attachment. Is this the one where she dives into you? No. Yes, it is.
What the...
Yes, it is. Get out of her way.
What the fuck is this bullshit?
So it's sideways bullets, and she cuts downwards. And the cut downwards...
How does this get easier?
The cut... No one said this one gets easier.
How does this boss get easier?
No one said this boss gets easier. They said Yuko. This is Youmu. You got the wrong character.
Whatever, it's you. Alright, I'm 1 power short. That's low tilting.
This one is the same, but I think there's a little, just a little more clutter to it. Remember, you can't touch the bottom of the screen. It's an active laser.
Oh, I didn't actually know that, but I don't usually...
I learned that one by accident. So yeah, you basically just want to string. You have homing, so it won't be too bad, but if you have to double back... Oh, that was pretty fortunate, actually.
Fuck.
Oh.
I didn't see that one there. That's unfortunate. I didn't realize I was out of lives.
You do get 5 continues, so you should be good. You made it pretty damn far, all things considered.
I mean, I did kind of bomb a lot, but hey.
Well, you have that luxury. Alright, well, I thought you gave up and backed up, but you got through it anyway. Sometimes I just stand there and I look at the pattern and I think, yeah, I'm good here, and then it speeds up and I get hit.
Yeah.
Like absolute deer in headlights, time slows down, life flashes before your eyes.
Capture.
You really did that one, wow. Don't forget, she does it again.
Right.
She does it again.
I only dealt with it twice.
She does it again, but doesn't actually slow it down. You can misdirect 2 to 3 of the Youmu non-spells, so you don't even have to dodge anything. Her spell card is the problem. Well, which ones? What non-spells are aimed at you? Are you telling me that first one's aimed?
I mean, you know, it would make sense. We do always start in the center of the screen. Maybe if we start somewhere different, it'll be different.
I don't look up strategies, dude. I just play the game. Strategies are kind of important because if you don't know them, then you just... Well, you yell at the video game for being unreasonable. Speaking of unreasonable, what is this? What is the stage?
Bullet vomit.
And then Yomu's back.
Yes, she's still injured too. I never noticed that.
Was Saki injured as well? So yeah, this is that cooldown again. Is it aimed at you? I can't tell.
I don't know.
Well, now we'll never know.
I don't care to find out either.
Straight down the middle, to the side, never mind. Alright, so...
Session.
Wait, this is different. This isn't Davis. Oh, it's probably the same thing. Yeah, so it doesn't actually slow down, it just motion blurs.
Honestly, it kind of makes it a little easier to identify it.
Incorrect. There's actually just less bullets overall.
Well, I tried to bomb, I promise you.
There's less bullets overall, that's why it feels easier. Trust me, I'm an expert on this particular subject.
I don't look up strategies, but goddamn am I a genius.
Look, man, I'm just saying, when there's less bullets to dodge and the time doesn't slow down, it's perfectly okay. Your board is gonna run out.
I know. Well, it was gonna run out at the cutscene anyway.
Alright, here's Yuko.
Chat.
Yomu's non-spell in stage 6 is aimed, but do not try to misdirect that one. Oh, okay, thank you for the information.
Chat, no talk. Sakia Angie. I just wanted to say that. I don't.
Alright, you have 4
I
continues.
can't even fucking do this one on normal mode.
It's like
so.
Ron Light.
I'm gonna not bomb this because the run's already dead. I'm just gonna say that I can't even do this one on normal mode.
Yeah, this is actually pretty similar to the Yakumo's. Like it's just like 1 or 2 waves from their last and second last one. The yellow
why
and
did I
the
do that
blue.
better than I ever have on normal mode?
Alright, you remember this one? You need to move away from the lasers and squeeze through the gaps. To be honest with you, this one scares the shit out of me.
It does, but I can do it on normal. But
yeah, I don't know how I do it as well as I do on normal, but it definitely scares me. Well, you've gotten hit twice now.
I got clipped twice. Oh, well, I'm not bombing still. Yeah, I just kind of accepted my fate there. I'm not bombing. I'll use all my continues just to learn Yuko.
Woo! Alright, well, what did we
that.
learn that one? I don't think we learned much of anything on that one.
That I'm bad at it.
Alright, so apparently her entire thing is a hitbox, but you do more damage if you actually hit her.
Yeah, you do less damage on the fan.
So she uses a lot of ring bullets. I guess you want to stay centered. You kind of auto-aim to her center though, so you're okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm carrying.
I'm not quite sure how the ring bullets work. Do you streamline this, chat, or do you just have to move in the proper way? Because like with Remy's cooldown, you stream those ones, but I can't tell at a glance. And when you're this far into a run, you don't really try it. This one is all aimed at you, I know that. You need to do like figure eights. You need to go like go around it.
I lied. I kind of did that one out of habit.
Those ring bullets are aimed. Okay, so for that first
Yeah,
cooldown, you can stream it. So you want to go around it as soon as there's an opening, and then just kind of go back and forth, I guess.
The trumpet's screeching, but it's okay.
Oh, butterflies on your right shoulder. That one is just streamlining. Okay. I figured
scares me.
There has to be a reason why Iyuko is considered the easiest lunatic boss, and I imagine it's because the solutions to her patterns are simplistic, without too much on-the-fly action being taken. That said,
you ever just stand there and take it?
sometimes it's hard to work up an iron nerve to combat things the way you're supposed to, and you'll panic and lose your
18
footing.
minutes into this live.
Oh, that was foolish.
I have died 3 times in this cooldown.
The correct word is trivial. Fair, if you can get it down, but right now, it is not easy.
No, I also can't do this one on normal mode either. It scares me too much.
Is this why she's the stage 1 boss? Because people don't think she's difficult anymore? Zun downgraded her? Remember, the ghosts actually hate you.
Yeah, I know. I fight Merlin.
So this one I'm pretty sure is like a figure 8 pattern. Doesn't seem to be any different. Well, you ran into it.
I did run into it. I was cool.
This is her worst card, is it?
Yes, I agree.
So it seems
Especially
like,
when
yeah.
she shoots the chicken feet.
The knife one is just bomb. Well, all of them are just bomb when you think about it.
Yeah.
Now this cooldown is actually pretty easy. This might be the easiest cooldown.
Now watch me die to it now.
2 times. Like, I don't know, this one...
This one's just kind of like, you don't really worry about getting hit a lot.
I don't know if there's a pattern, but it kind of feels really easy to react to. Well, he died to it.
I didn't mean to not do that. That's unfortunate.
He lost to the worst one.
Chat, why does it default to no?
Because you want a 1cc, don't you?
Well, yeah, but I also want to fucking learn.
Well,
Thanks, son.
That's why you stage practice. What are the odds of that? Remember when I quit the game twice?
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Well, now I'm laughing. Dark blue aims at you, light blue away from you. Oh.
Thank you, Zun.
Huh. That's not too bad. Alright, I guess it's my turn to try.
Alright, yeah.
Also, the last spell card gets more time to have to dodge it.
True.
The difficulty, remember that. Alright, shit. My name is Reimu B. I think I'm Reimu B. Key configuration. Shot, bomb, slow, skip, pause. Shot slow on. Does anyone actually use that feature?
Is there a use for it at all?
Expert.
That's a good question. So, chat,
Super.
I wanna point out something that I find kind of entertaining. So, Smogan has gone back to doing 3-month tier shifts for the stuff.
Why?
Because that's how it always is.
Then why do they go back to it if it's always been that way? How do you go back to something that's never changed?
Well, because they were doing it every month because Sword and Shield was new or something. They could get drops.
I'll never acknowledge those games as new Pokemon games.
Hashtag not my Pokemon game. Anyway, yeah, the default me topic, sue me. Want me to talk about mufflers instead? I can talk plenty about mufflers. What, there are like 10 of them?
The default me topic.
Yeah.
That's how you know they've been around.
Yeah.
They know our gimmick, our shtick. Oh fuck, we're washed up.
Look,
Has-beens.
I just wanted to point out something. That, you know how Zacian Crown got banned from Ubers, right?
No?
Yeah, it
I
did.
did know that.
Yeah, it did.
I know.
Well, they released like a little chart that if they were doing monthly tier shifts, then they basically showed what would and wouldn't have, like, basically what was going up in usage. And I would like to note that non-Crown Zacian went from a 0.75% usage to 10.55, going from 67th most used to 13th.
Is that good?
Pretty alright considering.
Considering what? What
Yeah,
am I considering?
that the better version got banned.
Oh. So it's that good that they use it without its item.
They're starting to, yeah.
I guess it's the same thing, just without the attack boost. So it still
Well,
has
no,
the
it
coverage.
still has Intrepid Sword, it just has lower stats.
It doesn't matter. It has Intrepid Sword and great coverage and typing.
Actually, I think it loses one of its
The only
turns.
reason you didn't use the base form before is because the other form was available.
Exactly. And then there's Zamazenta, who you don't even use the crown for.
Ooh, defensive unit. Defensive Pokemon that suck. Who would have thought? Burr. Yep, that's right, Raymond. High attack stats go Burr.
High attack stats do indeed go
I
Burr.
forget what my skip button is. I tried to hit. I tried to mash the A button.
Zacian crowned is Fairy Steel, but Zacian himself is pure Fairy.
Oh, is it? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think it's the same with Zamazenta. I think Zamazenta is only fighting type.
That's still pretty good considering pure Fairy type only has 2 weaknesses.
Steel and Poison of all things.
Yeah. One of those types you would never even consider using against it because of the Steel type.
Yeah. Am I gonna talk about Pokemon or Resident Evil or Pokemon? I don't really talk about Resident Evil.
That's more me.
Yeah, let's see where Christian.
They know our gimmicks. Sorry, Chad. I like talking about my interests on my stream.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Chad. I like talking about things that I like to talk about.
But he doesn't talk about Touhou.
I can't talk about Touhou. What can I talk about that you probably haven't already brought up at some point?
Good point. That's a good point.
Like, if you want to regurgitate information, go ahead, but I'm not regurgitating your information.
My information is flawless, though. I study nothing.
What if I just spread false facts?
I would hate you. Misinformation is no good.
Misinformation.
Deliberate misinformation is even worse. Oh, she's shooting lasers.
Chat, remember, if you don't know something, just answer with an obviously incorrect answer so that
They'll
people...
correct you.
Yeah. No one will unironically correct you. It's like, when was the War of 1812? 2005?
No, it was 1812.
No, I think it was 2005.
I'm gonna hit you.
It's like, when was the Declaration of Independence signed? 1998?
I got hit by Letty!
That's unfortunate.
Oh well. That happened.
What do I think of the fan game Touhou-wise? I want someone to make Touhou Tetris Attack because I thought they had all their bases covered, and now I'm sad that they don't have that one covered.
Tetris Attack isn't even real Tetris, though.
Done. So help me God, I will start arguing about whether or not it's a puzzle game again.
It is a puzzle game.
Believe whatever you want.
What the fuck do you mean? It's a puzzle game.
I'm not having this conversation.
Well, no, because you just lose instantly.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. It's a fucking puzzle
I mean,
game.
yeah,
you
I do,
fucking...
but like,
You
it's
climb.
not a puzzle in the traditional sense.
Oh, shut up with your tradition.
The future is now. You linked me one? What the fuck? When did this happen?
What? There's no way that exists.
Hold on. When did this happen?
No way. I don't believe you, internet man.
If it exists, I'm playing it right after the stream. Well, actually, it's not true. I might play Red Dead 2 after the stream is done. For the record, chat, in case anyone is not wondering, I too did a Vinny and accidentally hit a dog with my horse, but the dog lived.
Oh, great. Man, I am crusty, to say the least.
Oh, there is. It's oh, Cards of the Heart played it. Huh.
What?
He's a Puzzle League speedrunner.
What is it? Let me see.
Hold on, let me load.
This is real? Let me see that shit.
Hold on, let me actually get. Rotation. Why are you on?
So, Chad, I'd like to remind you that I don't bomb on my first run, so I can actually play the game. So, and then I'll try again afterwards with full usage of my things. So if you're wondering why I'm not bombing, there's your explanation. No point in bombing everything if I don't know how to deal with it in the first place. I might as well try and figure it out.
The description reads, this Touhou fan game was put to my attention a while back and I got addicted to it for a while. Development stopped after 2012, so this is a very unfinished game, but when it works right, it is amazing to play. That's kind of sad.
What do you mean if it works right? Do you mean to
I
tell
don't
me
know.
it doesn't work right?
I don't know.
Like, is it stable enough to play?
I don't know, but I'm looking at it now.
Oh, to get body checked by a fairy. Yeah. There we go. Let me see.
Alright, I'm skipping to the gameplay. There's Rainbow and Cheer now.
Oh my god, it's real.
It is real. This looks really slow though. I don't know how slow it is.
Chat, give me a link to where I can download this and I will give this shit a try instantly.
I would love to play it with you.
Unbelievable. It looks... I like combos. How much of it is in develop... Why would they never continue developing this? This looks great! Look at that!
Looks great.
I mean, a little basic in the design, but...
Yeah. I mean,
Alright.
it's fine.
Alright. Enjoy Chen's face for a second.
Yeah, I kind of skipped Chen's face.
Mm.
Ugh. This is our home.
Fight's about to start, and I don't have my hands on the controller.
Whose home is this?
Mine.
No one lives here.
This is where Chen lives.
But why is she saying our if only she lives here?
She lives here with a bunch of stray cats.
Of course she does.
Yeah, she's their boss.
So you're telling me that Chen is the leader of, like, the cat mafia?
Well, they don't really respect her, so they don't listen to her, but yes.
Chen does not demand respect. No one who spins demands respect.
Doman, say man. Isn't this the thing that Suika says in
Yes.
Headcon?
Yes.
Well, I bombed there because I was gonna get hit, but whatever.
I mean, I think that's fine. But why is Mayohiga abandoned? Why was it abandoned?
The answer you're looking for is not in my understanding, sorry. I do not know the answer. All I can tell you is that Chen lives here. Free real estate.
It is.
Pew, 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 pew.
Cherno's Blockbuster was also linked. It's also very technical.
Oops.
Look at that too.
What was that?
Cherno's Blockbuster.
What's that?
Another Tetris Attack game. Touhou game. Let me look at it. Discord. Just.
Nice.
A Mayohiga is an abandoned town, so someone just took one and called it Mayohiga.
I thought it was a legendary abandoned town where if you take items from it, they give you good fortune, but they're all like cursed and you can't leave or some shit. Something like that. Ooh. Arrowhead bullets make me feel like I'm gonna get hit by the side of them a lot. But then there's actually arrow bullets that are even worse.
I'm not seeing the Tetris Attacky in these screenshots.
What is it?
Cherno's Blockbuster. All I'm seeing is a whole lot of stuff that I don't understand.
That looks like the itch. That's the itch stuff.
Yeah.
I probably played that. I played the stuff in the Cherno Jam way back when.
I'm a bit tough to hear over the music. Well, that's a shame.
Maybe you should speak up.
Fine. I'll do my best.
You know, I did a volume check. Volume was said to be good, so that's why I was going with it.
Hey, look, guys, it's Alice.
I was gonna turn it down for Yukari, and then we didn't have to go back to Yukari. So I figured it was fine, because the game is not nearly as loud as Yukari. You know,
Another dev DL said it's Tetris Attack without some features.
without some features.
I don't know what that means.
It means Tetris Attack without some features. Look at
Well, like, what
the writing's on the wall, Andrew. Well,
It's on the whiteboard. It is on the whiteboard. I just don't talk very loud. It's something that I do better some days than others.
the supernatural border gives me some comfort, and then when it runs out, I get scared.
Yep.
Yeah, kind of like this.
Because suddenly all those bullets around you can hurt you.
Yep. Go pew. Go pew, damn it.
Maiden's Banraku.
I did a hard run before, but the results didn't save. My dad.
Chat, you know why I'd want to live in Gensokyo? There are no fucking mufflers.
What?
Look,
That's one reason, I guess.
So, I did an Oregon Trail run in the Discord and people watched. And it was great, except for the part where I broke like 10 mufflers throughout the run. I don't know why, but the mufflers just didn't want to cooperate. But no one died.
Buddy muffler!
Boo boo keys.
See,
The mufflers didn't almost kill us.
Oh
The mufflers
my.
just, well actually no, because I had to keep stopping and trying to trade for one. And they were never good trades. They all sucked.
I got my life back, but in the process of getting enough points for that life, I lost a life.
That's a shame.
That's the great equalizer. Hello, Alice.
The ones on cars.
There are others?
I don't know, the scarf-like ones? I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I guess, yeah, those
That's
are
called a
the-
muffler? I thought it was called a scarf.
Oh yeah, and Valkyrie got stabbed twice in quote, an argument. What the argument was about, we don't know. But
how many times you can take a stab wound, I guess. I wonder if he won that argument.
I don't know. He also sneezed on a medkit and ruined it.
Fucking great, dude.
Oregon Trail is a
Should've wore 4 masks.
Yeah. No one got bit, though. That was kind of surprising.
Oh, I thought I got hit. Alright, take my hand out of the fucking bomb button. I've moved my finger away. I moved it back because it's uncomfortable to hold my controller in an awkward state lay. Cool attack. Alright, chalk white Russian doll.
Was that scarf in the Ace Attorney case also a muffler in the muffler? I guess that would be funny, and Ace Attorney's all about being funny. I'm surprised you dodged that.
I know what I'm doing. How do I hit things that are sideways?
I don't know.
Oh,
so I was waiting for the mouse button.
I don't know how I'm supposed to tackle this. I mean, they go left to right, or right to left.
That's kind of what you do when you pick the shot with no like spread at all.
Weird.
Does Alice spin? I've never noticed Alice spin if she does.
She spins a few times, yeah. Spins on her way in. See, like there.
Oh my god, why does everyone in this game spin?
Hidden peck. They don't teach you that in school.
Then why'd they stop doing it?
Because it's forbidden peck now. Rainbow got dizzy and banned it.
Spin to win. I mean, that's what Saki's bomb is. The knives kind of twirl around before they converge onto an enemy.
So, as far as I can tell, a lot of her spell cards are random nonsense, except the doll one that fucked me up because I couldn't figure it out. And now this one, which is pretty much just straight dodging.
Alice is a color wheel?
A what?
A color wheel.
Yeah.
I guess.
Incorrect.
Yeah, this is probably her most manageable one because
I almost got hit by it.
I mean,
twice.
I almost got hit by it a few times.
That had no business working.
You
No, I got hit there. Sorry to say.
You know, chat, I told you, when I had to... So there's an event where sometimes while you're on the road, you can just suddenly get chased down by like a zombie deer horde. And I had to... There was one moment where I had to do a real tight squeeze between the deers, and I was just like, chat, that's the sign I'm going to beat Yukari first try. And like, I did.
No,
I cheesed the hell out of it with 27 bombs, but I did it.
27 bombs. I forgot how to do this. I think this is it.
I mean, when in doubt, you can just stream it.
Well, yeah, but if I take them out before I need to.
Whew.
I'll take those. Stage 4, otherwise known as, do you know this entire stage like the back of your hand? Yes.
You know how long... Okay, if you know how the song goes, you know how the stage goes.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's the level of confidence they don't teach you in school.
It's true. Yeah, I also got that deer event like 3 times in the span of like a one trip between 2 landmarks.
Alright, this is the part of the game where I stay on one side of the screen and dodge one section of bullets.
Chat, my one regret of that run was not going to Area 51. In retrospect, it was a bitch move not to. But I didn't want to get radiation poisoning.
Uh-oh.
Well, you tried.
I did not kill them when they were supposed to die.
I'm talking about Oregon Trail because everyone wants to be like, oh, Andrew's gonna talk about his regular topics. Well, guess what? I've got something new.
This is not new. You've talked about this before.
Kind of.
I can't talk when I'm playing the video game.
I mean, I could talk about Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh again.
I can only engage in conversation while I play video game. I can't start the conversation. I certainly can't read chat. Believe me, I've tried. It's not easy. The only time you can feasibly look at chat while doing this is if you, like, stop in the middle of text. But then that's not really a great idea. Oh, this ain't good. What comes next? Lily? Lily.
Dylan can't read chat. Quickly call him a scrub. I can read the chat.
Call me whatever you want.
What if
I can't read it.
What if they made Pokemon plus Yu-Gi-Oh? That would never happen.
They did. It's called Pokemon TCG.
You know what? That's a better answer than what I had.
This is why I am the streamer man.
What if they just made like bootleg Pokemon and they called it the Pocket Monster archetype?
Is Lily dead?
She's almost there.
How about now?
Dead.
Damn!
Grab your bomb.
I need that bomb. I have the confidence to do that because I know if I fail, I don't lose anything.
Chat, I can't talk about Dungeon Dice Monsters.
Alright, this part's actually very easy.
Oh, chat, here's something I want to
Oh
talk
my
about.
god, I almost just got ran into.
Yeah. So, chat, here's something I wanted to talk about that I didn't know existed. So, we went to EB Games today, but last time we went there, I saw something that I didn't think I would see. Did you know that Five Nights at Freddy's has a Nintendo Switch port?
What?
It does.
So why are you lying on my stream?
What? I'm not.
That's not true.
Yeah, it is.
That's false.
No, it's
You
true.
made that up for
No, I
content.
didn't. No, I didn't.
You had to have. There's no way.
Yep, it sucks, but why? I don't know, because
What do you mean
mad
why?
Shmoney.
What do you mean why? You know why.
You
It's a
get
6-letter word for money.
Shmoney. I've been calling money shmoney all day, also because of word trip.
I meant to disable my border. Oh. I looked at it, considered my possibilities, realized the best way to go about it was to not.
You know, it's funny. I think I read that on its Wikipedia page. It also has PS4 and Xbox ports.
It's VR. There's all Five Nights at Freddy's is really big. Really
Probably
big.
should have ended a long time ago.
Probably should have ended in 5 nights like the game promised.
Yeah. Shmoney? Fat stacks of shmoney?
Chat, does Rainbow have pockets or did her hands just deform?
I thought she just, like, kind of puts them behind her back.
What part of that hand looks like it's behind her back?
No, not that one.
What part of that hand looks like it's not in her pocket? Like, is she a slime girl?
No, I think it's just balled up into a fist.
You call that a fist?
What do you call her other hand?
That's like 2 knuckles.
What do you call the other hand?
I don't call it anything, really.
Making a fist.
Alright, I have to fight this one, the depressing one. Alright, I have a skip button for this.
Definitely fist. Yeah, see?
Why is she so angry? Maybe she should let go. This reminds me of repeat sticking, but not as bad. Alright, now it's bad.
You know what's crazy?
My dad!
Easier than Merlin.
Oh, pish potch.
Would you rather fight Merlin and her squiggly ghosts? I would much rather do this.
Okay, well, that was
Why
pretty foolish.
is Lunasa so much less scary looking?
You say that because you're not the one who's actively doing it.
True, but you also get the shit talk on Merlin all you want. Merlin is not fun.
Chat, how come Lyrica has, like, silver hair, and then everyone's like, oh, she has brown hair? What happened there?
Fingers are hard to draw.
Yes.
Are they? I'm not.
Have
really
you ever
hard.
tried to draw fingers, dude?
Yes. I've also tried drawing.
It's hard.
It is hard. I was never good at it.
Me neither. There's a lot of time, effort, and practice that I don't have the time for anymore, really.
It takes time, effort, and practice, and I don't have the time for effort or practice. Why practice when I can just do it right the first time?
My effort is going to other creative medias.
Fair enough.
Can't do everything at once. So I remember this one because I couldn't do it. Whew.
One more. He should be dead.
I did it! Alright, Stitch in Riverside. Alright, hug the bottom of the screen, don't get lasered. Pretty sure the lasers change the directions of the shots. I can't really tell though. I think so. I'm not really paying attention.
Yeah, they are changing the bullets, actually. They're changing them from, like, the solid colors to, like, the kind of crystal-y ones. Chat, what do you call these bullets? I've always thought of them as, like, little crystals.
Kind of crystally.
They got, like, they have, like, a shine to them, you know? That's why I think of them as crystals.
So is there a pattern to this one, or is it just hope that you don't get absolutely memed on? Because right now it looks like I'm not getting memed on, but I almost just got memed on there. See what I mean?
Yeah. Close. You pretty much got to where I was when I died.
Damn it. Damn it. I got hit. I thought it was coming towards me, and then it wasn't. Then I ran to a bolt that already passed me. Alright, time for the,
Time for the fun one.
Youmu. This is the most popular character of last year. Unbelievable. My favorite character should have won instead. The music on this stage reminds me of the Distant Spring from Pikmin.
You've brought that up before, and I kind of sort of hear it.
Right here, this part. That sounds 100% like Distant Spring.
It's a little higher, but I kind of see it.
Chad, this is one of those, it's another example of stage music that's more popular than the boss music.
Really?
Yeah.
I like Youmu's theme a lot more. Personally.
I don't like Youmu's theme that much. I don't think
Really?
there's anything wrong with it. I just don't think it's anything spectacular.
Kinda, but like, I don't know. I guess I'm a sucker for organs, I guess. Does organs go in?
There's organ in her theme?
Well, that's what I always thought of it as. Chad, I'm not really a music guy, so if anyone wants to correct me and call me an idiot, go for it.
I'd go grab that, but I think
Please tell me what instrument it actually is. I would love to be corrected.
Oh boy. Knew that was gonna happen. I didn't get back in position in time.
Yomu's
Alright.
one of my favorite characters, but her theme seems repetitive to me.
That's fair. I don't like Moko's theme.
I like Sanai's theme a lot. I don't like Letty's theme. It really just doesn't do much for me.
Tell you something I don't like.
You don't with cooldown? Well, guess what, buddy? You gotta do it 2 more times.
Gaki!
I'm pretty sure Dylan hasn't played Pikmin 3 Deluxe because he finished it.
No, I didn't finish that. I just don't really like it that much.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't like it.
Why? What's, like, different about it?
I don't know. It's just not as fun as I remember it.
Huh.
I'm genuinely not really enjoying playing
Well,
it.
I will apologize for being snarky about that. I genuinely thought you finished it, and that's why you stopped it.
No.
I wasn't around for that.
Pikmin 3 is not as fun as Pikmin 2. I feel like there's a lot more restrictive things in it. It's not as enjoyable to play.
Do you think it's because they tried to make 3 leaders?
Maybe? It's a heavy focus on it. But
I'm gonna be
I don't like the combat style very much.
I don't know. It's I kind of get what you mean. If like they added some like quality of life additions, but like I kind of preferred without them. You know?
I like the Pikmin 2 style the most. Pikmin 1 had faster throwing, but it was kind of...
Pikmin 1 has first game syndrome.
Yeah. Pikmin 2, I think, had a lot of the mechanics great. But the whole chart... Like, there's no C-sticking in Pikmin 3.
You know what? That kind of threw me off a bit when I did play it.
There's charging and stuff, which is just weird. I don't like that.
You know what I don't like? Rock Pikmin. They're the stupidest fucking
Yeah, Rock
creatures
Pikmin are
ever.
fucking dumb.
Wing Pikmin are pretty sick, but Rock Pikmin... But why, though? Like, you've got more colors on that little color wheel, and you picked fucking rocks?
This doesn't even count as a spell card, and I barely did any damage to her anyway. You know what? Fuck you, Youmu. Fuck you.
The bomb doesn't do damage.
I know.
Yeah, I thought this was an organ of some kind.
I hate this.
If anyone, like, yeah, if anyone can correct me and tell me what instrument it actually is, I would love to know.
Move it along.
Not maybe organ was the wrong word, but some kind of keyboardish instrument.
Maybe it's a keyboard then.
Probably. Alright, show me how to get through it. Alright, we'll do it again. Alright, now do it again. I stand thoroughly corrected. You probably could have stood there and killed her. But...
Yeah.
Alright.
I wanted the power. I could have just stood there and killed her. I moved too fast.
Keyboard shredding? I wouldn't call this shredding. Shredding means that you put it on par with native phase, and nothing matches native phase. Yeah, like, I know how to do this one, but I always mess it up.
Fuck it up anyway, yep. I don't have any experience with this one, like, at all.
I didn't either. So little, in fact, I didn't know it was here. I don't really like sideways dodging either. Like, it could be worse. I think I'd prefer this over diagonal dodging, but it's like, I don't like sideways dodging. That is slash.
I don't know how I'm supposed to hit her. Go under her, I die. I gotta move away from her, or I get chopped up. Like, what's the correct answer there? Well, at least this one didn't change, but I'm still not a fan of it. I didn't even look at that. I looked at the red bullet.
I think it was what hit you, wasn't it?
No, I ran into a blue one.
I don't know, maybe the death just stalls you the time for the red to reach you. I thought the red one hit you.
Oh, she died too. Well. Oh well.
I only have to grab one full power amulet, but I still like grabbing them all.
This is to be expected. This is Youmu after all.
It is Youmu. Youmu is hard.
Right into it. Wow. Can't say I didn't expect it, but it still hurts. Still hurts. It's not good. Come on, just die. Hard to hit her when you can't hit anywhere but directly in front of you.
Yeah, that's the curse of Reimu B.
I don't enjoy that fight very much. Her shit is annoying. And now I get to do it one more time.
Do I think Youmu is harder than Sakuya? Yes.
100%.
Sakuya isn't easy by any means, but her spell cards, for as tricky as they are, make sense.
I got hit once on my first attempt at hard Sakuya. Once! I captured all her spell cards and cooldowns. But Youmu? Oh. Oh.
It's also easier to kind of react to the stuff that happens in Sakuya Self's time compared to when Youmu goes in the bullet time.
I hate bullet time. I like bullet time when I get to use it.
Yeah, right? It's great.
Alright, Ageless Obsession H.
You know, this spell card always had Eternal Meat vibes. Not just because it's the spell card before the boss, but because it's so weird and awkward compared to everything else she does.
I would say it's pretty on par with what she goes with. Eternal Meek is real fucking weird. It's so weird that the game even goes to call it strange art. That's weird, dog.
Oh
my god!
Oh my god!
I'm so fed up with these ghosts. Alright, here's a mess.
You know what, chat? I've got a Touhou question. Remember when I asked about whether, like, Sanai's hair length and the mysteries surrounding it? I have a second question.
The mysteries surrounding it.
Yeah, the mystery surrounding whether
She cut it, the end. Like,
but did she?
Probably. Why else would it be that short sometimes?
But why don't people draw it?
Because that grows out. That's how hair works.
I mean, yeah, I'm quite familiar with it. Alright, second question. Does she ever wear a tie? Because some people... Okay, then why is she ever sometimes drawn with a tie?
Andrew is shocked that characters get drawn with different outfits in fan art.
No, but why?
What do you mean,
where
why?
does it come from?
Where does any art come from?
I just want to know where it comes from.
Nothing.
Usually everything
it's
else.
just an outfit, dog. That's all there is.
But it's not a different outfit. It's just her outfit, but she has a tie.
Well, maybe it's a school uniform tie. I don't know.
But where did it come from?
You tell me.
But you're supposed to tell me.
I don't know where it came from.
All right. Well, Dylan doesn't know. Then it must be a mystery. It's like when Moko used to be drawn with a yellow ascot. When the hell did that happen?
A what?
A yellow ascot.
Oh, like Fred? This is orange.
Fred, why the scarf?
Boys and
That question
Mom.
could be made for Booba. Also true. That question could be made for anything.
Why do characters have larger chest sizes in fan art? Well, you see, my dick took control of the pencil. What else do you want me to say?
She has a Italian wild and horned hermit. Neat.
Well, there you go.
Alright, cool. I'm just wondering where that came from because I've never seen her with one, so I was just wondering where it comes from. There's no way you just give a character a random accessory like that for no reason.
Well, you can. You can do whatever you want with character design with their outfits. Their outfits.
I mean, true.
I don't like ghost knives.
I don't remember really hating this one normal, but something about it now is like really obnoxious and I hate it. I don't know if it's just because there's more layers or like they converge weirdly, but
I don't know.
remember hating that one too much.
This is figure 8, yeah.
Chat, why does she shoot chicken feet? At the very least, since her whole fan is also a hurt box, you don't have to be directly lowered.
Success! Yeah, but you do more damage. Alright, time for the one that you lost on.
I hope you eat shit.
Oh. Just realized she closed her fan.
Yeah, she did.
No wonder that takes so long. Alright, this is the one that makes you feel like a big man.
Imagine the time one of the wild horn terms covers that's probably the origin. I would check out. Right, I didn't get to do this one because Sun didn't let me.
Oh. I had the general idea to that one, but I can't remember it now. I know it's all aimed at you there and you gotta graze it, but I don't know when you're supposed to cross back over. Maybe you're supposed to go up and above it or something? I got hit. Huh.
Sanai being a high school... I assume you mean high school student, but you wrote Sanai being a high school, so...
She's a high school? I don't know if I want to get in there.
Largely comes from a promo poster for SA featuring her in a school uniform, but as far as I know, it's never actually been confirmed. I actually know what you're talking about. I saw that.
A promo poster for SA?
Yeah.
Fuck. That's where Yugi's outfit comes from. Why was
let me-
Sanai involved in that? She's not even in that game.
Did you just forget who the extra stage mid-boss was?
She's not playable.
Hold on. Let's see if I can find it.
Yuko has a flair for the dramatic. You know that? Really likes to throw a lot of random shit. It's just her idea of fun.
Yeah. Alright, so I did find it, and it was drawn by Alfie.
Yeah, I know. That was the Yugi. Oh, well, look at that, yeah.
It's good. It's good art. And you notice that she's also on top of a UFO.
Oh, God.
I was wondering where you weren't shooting, then I remembered what this was.
You know, I still do not have any comfortability with doing this one.
I don't know what I'm doing either. I think I do, and then I get hit. And I'm like, well, ain't I just a funny clown man? inside the beak.
My brain turned off when it did not need to turn off. Straight up, I have no idea what I'm supposed to do to dodge this properly. I just wing it. Sometimes it works.
It doesn't feel consistent, and that's the part that throws me
That,
off,
yep, that's exactly what it is.
It looks the goddamn same, but it's not.
I feel like I'm putting in the same inputs and not getting the same results.
The only part that's consistent is that part, and then the red wave pattern. It's like, okay, cool, I guess.
Oh, it's over. Oh.
Brain injured.
Ouch.
Need it.
Oh. Well, that was hard.
I hope so. It's hard mode.
Why did the OSD go better?
I don't know. Probably because,
Questionable.
well, I don't know. Yuma's hard. You definitely kind of got your ass slapped by Youmu.
Well, that's a given, man. That's a fucking given. That boss is infuriating.
She kind of is, yeah.
Alright, there we go. Click, clag, the ending's back. Reimu loses.
I didn't even get my bad ending.
No. Just move it along. I know, I failed. Oh well. First run. That's okay. These things happen. Yomo's one of those bosses that I have this stubborn attitude towards that makes me want to capture her spell cards out of pure spite, but then I realize that I can't, and then I get mad when they hit me.
Remember that ego we have?
I should not have this ego. There is no skipping this. Nope. Alright, well, we'll switch places while we're doing it. Alright, I actually have to pee, so I'll be right back.
Alright.
Give it the ending, I suppose.
Yeah, all kinds of good things. And me. Oh, Dylan has to enter a name. You know what? I know what name he would pick. It's what he would have wanted. Well, chat, it is my turn once again to tackle the perfect cherry blossom. But is it really perfect? I think that's subjective. I think it's a substandard cherry blossom, if you ask me. You know, it's an above average cherry blossom to be sure, but perfect? I don't know about that one, Chief. I think it's trying to overcompensate for something. What is perfect? What would a perfect cherry blossom be? Would it be the Saigyo Ayakashi? Well, I guess it could be perfect, but I don't know if I believe it, you know? I think it's all propaganda, and I'm not immune to propaganda, so I'm gonna believe it's perfect. Alright, Jack the Little Bio.
I am here.
I almost picked Saki at B. Chad, if there's anything you don't do, it's pick Saki at B.
Practicing? That sounds like something I would do off stream.
What's a practice?
I don't have time to practice.
It sounds like a food item.
All I can do is throw myself at it until I make headway. Stupid, yes. Most likely won't work.
Monkey want banana.
Sakuya B is the stupidest looking shot type I've ever seen.
I don't know how you're supposed to play it or why you would want to play it.
Apparently it's really good though.
Yeah, but I don't like it.
Yeah, I hate it too.
I
It's
kind of
weird.
just like being carried by Sakuya A, so, you know.
Sakuya B is the wackiest shot type. Like, Jesus. There's a lot of wacky shot types.
There's some wacky shit, like...
I can't aim that.
anything is Subterranean, really. Subterranean's got some pretty wacky shots.
Might have the wackiest. I don't know what I'd say was the wackiest, though.
It's a nice shot type, and 13 makes no sense to me. I don't really know what it's supposed to be.
Isn't it just a combination of snakes and frogs?
No, that's 15. 13 is just like waves.
Well, yeah, snakes.
No.
Because you only get one shot type if there's 4 characters. Well, you're a Sanai fan. How do you fucking know?
They're not snakes, though.
How do you know?
Because they're not.
How do you know? You use Suicune shot type in 12.
I know what the snakes look like. Still know what they look like.
Marissa's shot types. I don't know if Marissa's shot types are weirder than Reimu's. One of Reimu's lets her go through the goddamn wall.
True, but Marissa can also change what its shot is by pressing shot and focus at the same time, and it can have 5 different
Have you
variants.
tried Reimu Aya?
No.
That is a dumb shot type. That is just raw speed and wacky shot direction that locks into place when you focus. I like to move around the circle and shoot everything, effectively hitting 2% of the screen. Oh yeah, I got hit by her undulation ray, so that was a bad sign from the get-go. Maybe
Getting hit by Letty.
time to learn what Youmu does.
Pretty much the same, but more annoying.
There's gotta be a better way to deal with the shit that we're dying on though. The amount of times I have fought in Youmu and having had my ass kicked is unreasonable. I don't know how I'm supposed to fight her. But I feel like what I'm doing isn't that far from the objective, but I still can't do it. It's just hard, yo.
It is hard. She is a hard boss.
Man, I couldn't even hit her.
Well, that's your fault.
I got shaky hands. It's weird. The first run of the day, I got shaky hands against stage 1 boss. So then by like stage 4, I didn't give a shit anymore. It's weird.
I lost like 2 lives to this stage, so you got me beat there at least. I died right before Chen, and I think I died to Chen at least once.
The shaky hands suck. It's like, oh, if I get hit by a stage 1 boss, I'm gonna feel like a fool. But like, well, it's gonna happen. So if you think about it, you stress over it, that it happens. Could just bomb my way through it, but my bomb doesn't do damage. My bomb sucks.
That's your fault, bro.
I like
taking a low tier and complaining about it.
her damage output is like only second to Marissa's though. Either bomb button or X on the window out of rage. She really is fucking annoying, isn't she? Like, she's hard to fight. Getting on my nerves with those attack patterns.
Please, just go to your spell card, thank you.
Then basically hit him twice. I'm not gonna bomb. Bombed anyway. I wienered out. I wienered out.
I'm getting the shaky hands now.
There's always a method to the madness. Unfortunately, I don't know the method, so it is only madness. Patterns like this I can figure out because it's not anything special.
It's just dodge. Those are kind of my favorite ones, where you just gotta...
Oh, they've stopped being my favorite when I know how the rest of the shit works. Alright, I know how to do this. Now I have to do the one that's RNG. You'd be amazed how annoyed you get when you understand what you're supposed to do and then understanding that a factor of that is luck.
Oh, yes. And I'm not saying I like RNG. I'm just saying I like spell cards.
There's a reason competitive players dislike critical hits and casual players love them. Because they don't understand enough, so they critical hits, you know, they bail them out of bad situations.
I'm not dying here again. I'm just gonna keep my life that time, because I think I would have gotten hit again.
By the way, chat, I asked earlier, but I wasn't paying attention. What's the new 120 star route? What's the new change? Is it like big? Is it like a whole last minute time save, or is it like small optimization? I imagine it's decently sized if they're talking about it, but it's not something like fucking carpetless, because carpetless is stupid.
What is carpetless?
It's getting up to the top of the Rainbow Mansion without waiting for the carpet. And it's like insanely frame perfect task level nonsense that one person has ever actually completed outside of a task. Pretty sure it's officially banned, just so people don't try and pull it off in runs. And like ruin the category with a task perfect trick.
Wow.
I don't really know though. But yeah, it's incredibly unlikely you'll ever pull it off in a real run. But if you somehow manage to do that, and then you got a world record with it, well then, that would be a really hard, record to beat, you know.
I almost got hit by her because I forgot what she did.
I got hit by it before.
I melt her health bar and then.
Yeah, that pretty much took care of it. I can't tell if the way she moves is consistent or if she's aimed at you.
No, it looked pretty consistent. This one isn't bad, but knowing me, I'll probably get hit by it now, huh?
The triangular bullets, I would consider them, I call them arrowheads. I thought they looked like to me.
They're like little arrows.
Someone got that they damn well earned it. Not wrong, but think about it like this. What happens to the category once you pull off an insanely difficult, pretty much task-only trick in a real run? That saves enough time to basically make it
someone
necessity.
did that once. Someone basically did that in the Sonic Adventure 2 speedrun once. There was a trick in the... He was doing a run, and the only way he could have possibly gotten world record is if he did this super hard crazy gadget trick that was so difficult that most people don't even try it.
Was it the crazy gadget skip, or was it the final rush skip?
No, it was a crazy gadget.
Because that record got beaten. I saw the thumbnail video on that
that's
one.
the one I'm talking about, yeah. It was, there's some trick and crazy gadget that's, like, stupid difficult to pull off to the point where if you have a run that's on pace, you don't even bother. But this guy was, like, kind of behind, so if he wanted world record, he just kind of went for it, and he pulled it off.
They YOLO these insane tricks because it puts them on good pace, and they'll get a record on it, even with the rest of the run not comparing to, like, you know, the previous world record, but then the run now requires that to beat it, right?
Yeah.
So the thing is, there's a few instances where a game ends up getting like a serious lockdown with runs, like Mario Bros. 1 Warp 4-2.
That run is so optimized. It's kind of insane.
Castlevania for the NES. That game can be beaten in like 15 minutes, but getting through stage 1 optimally is like 4 or 5 different frame perfect tricks that you have to go pull off. And not to mention Dracula himself is like 2 frame perfect tricks to get
the death thing.
The critical hits, yeah.
That's such a weird mechanic.
I don't know why it's programmed in the game. It's like, oh, if you get hit at the same time you hit someone, you do 5 times the regular damage. It's like, what? Why? And that's intended. Did you know that it's intended that if you go over the finish line with a star in Calamari Desert with the on the train tracks, it'll count for a lap on every lap except the final one?
Why?
Apparently that's not a glitch, and that's an Easter egg.
What, an Easter egg for what?
I don't know. I watch a guy who does Mario Kart speedruns. Abney. Abney is his name.
Spooked like that.
He's good. I like him. He's good at the game, and he's very chill. But he does all these whack-ass 64 skips that just look crazy to me.
Foolish.
Like, he'll fucking throw a red shell, hit it, bounce on a wall, manipulate the checkpoint so he'll go behind the finish line while counting, like, making sure it counts for a lap. And he just does that at a bunch of different levels for one 24-minute run. And it's like, god damn, dude. Not only do you need good item luck, you need great execution. He's really good at the game. But it's like... Imagine you're on a really good run, and then you have to pull off the hardest red shell trick on
Come on, man.
in the latter half of Star Cup on Royal Raceway, and then you don't pull red, so you can't even try. Like, then what do you do, right? You get all that delicious green paste, and then not only is the trick really difficult, you need proper item RNG to pull it off. And it's like, fuck. Fucking yeah, there's Weather Tenko. Weather Tenko is insane. But the one in Royal Raceway is ridiculous too. I don't know which one is considered harder. I would assume the Weather Tanko is considered more difficult because I don't think it's viable to even get like 1 in an actual run. Pretty sure Abney was the guy in the Chocolate Mountain Summoning Cell video where he did a time trial with 3 consecutive Weather Tankos for the fastest possible time on it, and I'm pretty sure it took him at least 5 digits worth of attempts to get it, so not exactly human viable. mad lad indeed. He's good at the game. Mario Kart 64 is a fun game to watch because of how absolutely absurd its mechanics are. With how speedrunners use it. With the checkpoint manipulation, clipping through incorrect, collision, utilizing items like red shells and blue shells to hop over walls and stuff. It's like the ability to short hop when you start a drift can somehow rocket jump you into different places. It's really weird. Entertaining though, very entertaining. Those are the kind of speedruns I like watching. It's just a little bit unfortunate when you see them on a really good run and then they lose to item RNG because there's really nothing you can do to change that.
Honestly, it sucks seeing anyone on a good pace fuck up to anything because you want them to succeed, you know?
True. But with RNG, it's like it's out of their control, right? It's not a matter of playing good. You can play as good as you want, but if the game doesn't give you what you need because it doesn't want to give it to you, then that's it, right?
Yeah.
That's why there's Pokemon categories for RNG manipulation, which, by the way, are hilarious because apparently, in order to find a proper seed for that, it's actually tied to your individual system. So you could have a your DS might require a different setup. Not different setup, but it will be different from someone else's DS from running manipulation. So as you can imagine, that's probably not an easy thing to figure out.
Doesn't sound very healthy.
I'm not very big on Pokemon speedruns though. I'm pretty sure it only really applies for Gen 4 games. Whether or not that category is popular, I don't know. Because I know there's Manipless for like Heart Gold, where you just start the game up, grab Cyndaquil, and then catch the level 50 Magikarp and then beat the game of Gyarados, really. And if you're really lucky and you somehow manage to find Raikou, catch it, then there you go. You have an any percent run with the Manips. Easy enough. The guy that holds the world record for Castlevania Bloodlines has a few instances in RNG being incredibly fucky for runs. Sometimes it's unavoidable. I prefer those to speedruns that just, clip out of bounds and finish the game in 3 minutes.
Pretty much any Zelda, any percent speedrun.
Well, have you seen Ocarina of Time 100% SRM?
No, I haven't.
I don't even know how much of that game is being played anymore.
Wait, what's SRM?
Stale reference manipulation.
What the fuck does that mean?
One of the biggest tricks in 3D Zelda history. There's a video on it from Lowest Percent. You can check them out. Gymnast does the narration for it. He's very, very well informed on it because he runs all the speedruns, all the 3D Zeldas. I can't even begin to explain it because I don't fucking understand it. But basically, they use it to do all kinds of wacky shit. And it's the reason why the OOT 100% speedrun is now like 3 hours long instead of 5.5 as it used to be. But the run is incredibly difficult to do because of how much it requires to out of bounds, wacky glitches and stuff. That so few people are actually running it. ZFG runs it, and he's very good at it, so he's very entertaining to watch. He's also one of those speedrunners who doesn't bust an anger nut every single time he doesn't fucking hit a trick properly.
Oh, I don't have any bugs. Cool.
He'll just be like, oh, I blew the trick. God damn it. Oh, well. That sucks. I don't know why that went wrong. Well, let's try again. But, then you get some speedrunners who, fucking IRL ground pounds on their webcam when they fuck up a Mario 64 trick.
Fuck this piece of shit game for not letting me do the thing I'm not supposed to do.
The IRL ground pound was hilarious, though. Motherfucker really got out of his chair and just jumped and plopped his ass on the floor. Out of pure anger. That's funny. SRM and credits warps, they're a hot topic in their own right. Some people don't like credit warps because they, they kind of destroy any percent categories. But the thing you gotta remember is that any percent categories aren't going anywhere because of SRM. Or not SRM, but SRM and credits warps and stuff. Like, if you find a credits warp in the first 10 minutes of the game, then you have now created a category any percent credits warp and any percent no credits warp. That's all that really happens. So that's how some people view it. Other people will view it as a game being completely being ruined by the ability to credits warp because now there's 2 categories, right? There's categories for not doing it and categories for doing it. And well, I'm not a speedrunner, so I can't really speak for that. But some people don't like that when they end up getting split up like that.
I wonder if this is aimed at me.
I'm about to find out when you're doing all the way over there. Yes, it is. Well, I don't think the ghosty goos are. Ah, well, no, they are.
I hate them. Hate them with a passion.
Did he do a flip? Could you imagine?
I fucking hate the ghosty goos!
90% glitch is always my favorite category, really. Slightly purist, but mostly gives way an interesting routing. I actually like 100% glitches for the same reasons. I like the idea of a speedrunner beating a game 100% through optimal routing and good execution. That's why the 120-star Mario 64 run is one of the most entertaining speedruns out there. It's the entire game beaten in an hour and a half, basically. A little bit over, but you know, you get the general idea. About an hour and a half, and it's just nothing but good execution the whole way through. There isn't really a lot of meme garbage bullshit going on, it's just a lot of great play.
Fuck! Come on, man.
Glitches are really interesting to learn about, but kind of boring to watch. I think glitches that you don't understand are incredibly boring to watch. Have you ever watched the Skyward Sword speedrun?
Yes.
That speedrun makes no fucking sense to me. So I don't enjoy...
Play half of it on the title screen.
I don't enjoy any of it because I do not understand how it works. But they spend a majority of the any % run on the title screen, and then they're just at random different points in the game, and I don't know what's going on, and it's not very exciting. They are definitely more interesting to learn how the process works, but like you definitely can't enjoy them nearly as much if you don't know what's going on. But I do think that they're more interesting as a piece of trivia than, you know, practical usage more than anything, because when you watch them, it looks funny as fuck. You just see the speedrunner, they don't say anything, they're like, alright guys, I gotta focus. So they take Link, they do 2 backflips, readjust the camera 3 times, and they pull out like the SpongeBob bubble blowing technique in the game. And they're like, alright, now when I press this button, I'm at Ganon's castle. It's like, what? What did you do? Like, none of it makes any sense to me. There's just a sequence of seemingly random inputs that culminate into exactly what they want. But because I don't know what's going on, and I see it, I'm like, oh, neat. You do the dabba-doo, and then you're at the dabba-dee. Like, what happened here? Glitch speedruns are only entertaining as a proof of concept, in my opinion. Depends how big the glitch is, I suppose. Like, any % in Wind Waker is riddled with glitches. Same with, as I said, Skyward Sword.
Oh, did you see how close that bullet was to me?
But you captured it, so that's all that matters. But a speedrun like Pokemon Yellow any %, you know, that you can beat the game in literally 0 minutes in in-game time, that's more interesting as a proof of concept to me than an actual run.
Because, like, what are you gonna do? Tie the world record? You gonna beat
times, yeah. Just tie the world record. Well, you can say you get a world record if you do it properly, right?
True.
Chat, you ever seen a category that seemed really cool, and then you saw it and were, like, let down? Like, I don't know if you saw, but the last GDQ, the last AGDQ, they had the incentive for the final run to be ZFG doing all dungeons for Ocarina of Time. That sounds cool, right? And the estimate was 30 minutes. How the fuck are you gonna beat every dungeon in 30 minutes? Well, you see, he collects the things he needs, and then he literally just warps to all the boss rooms and beat the bosses, and then that's it. That was the run. And while it's technically correct, it's probably one of the most unsatisfying run I think I've ever had to sit through.
Yeah, it's a technicality, and it's like, that's not what I'm here for.
Have you ever seen a Pokemon Red or Blue reverse badge order run?
No.
Okay, here's what they do. They pull up their menu, they hit some buttons, they create a level 100 like Charizard, and then they load in the trainer data starting from Giovanni and working their way down, and they just beat all them through that menu, and then that's the run.
But why though?
Because it's technically correct. But when I watched that run, I was like, oh,
I tried to bibbity bam!
Kind of let down by that. Yeah, I thought it was lame. It was a cool idea, but then the way they executed it, like, granted, this is the only way you could probably do it, but I don't really find much entertainment value of running through every gym leader in descending order with a level 100 Charizard like Red HP. It's more of a proof of concept rather than anything.
Right, I forgot about the beep glitch where
Did Youmu just die?
He failed.
Oh, you were on her spell card. Oh, that was her cooldown for some reason. Careful, look at body check. Agent Hero when they beat all the boss in Marley's Super Saga, I really liked it. I remember I watched a run of that where they played an hour of the game and then credits warped. And I was like, oh, neat.
Cool.
Wow, there really is nothing there between her mid-boss portion.
So remember how I just did this?
Yeah.
I'm not doing it again.
Well, alright.
She took no damage. No type of damage. I'm gonna get hit.
At least your bomb does damage. Pew.
I wasn't wrong. I did get hit. That means my rank went down, boys. Let's go. Easier game.
Wow, it really went down.
Alright. Exactly as I do.
Some of the most timeless runs, in my opinion, are Monkey Ball runs.
There's no, like, the only quote-unquote lame thing you could possibly find in those runs is pause buffering.
Yeah, and even then, it's impressive as fuck when you see the strategy just work flawlessly after a pause buffer. Well, you're in a pickle.
Am I?
Wow. Like, sure, I know what the strategies are for the stages, but watching them pull it off is never not impressive.
Yeah. They literally, like, chat, if you've ever played Monkey Ball, you know all those stupid strategies you tried to pull off when you were a small bab?
Yeah,
That's
those
just
work.
what they do.
Those
That's
work.
just what they do, but consistently.
I love it because it's like, alright, if you move at this direction on this frame, it'll always cause you to bump and do a perfect strat. It's like, what? What do you mean? Well,
Like, chat, you know that one slide level where you're like, nah, I'm not gonna do the slide, I'm just gonna jump off it. That's what they do, and it's cool.
speaking of runs, yesterday I tuned in, I booted up Twitch and I saw somebody was doing a run of, a score run of fucking 13, what's it called? 12.3, Fairy Wars. They were doing a score run, and they were at the end of the game on Lunatic, and they were getting scored, and I was like, this is amazing. But it was 28 minutes in, and it was already over by the time I really sat down to watch it. I was like, damn, I kind of wish I was there for the whole thing. And then I watched somebody play Resident Evil 2 Zoolander %. Do you know what that is?
No.
It's beating the entirety of Resident Evil 2 without pressing left on the stick.
But why, though?
Why not? So when that man has to turn left, he either abuses auto-aim on a zombie or does a complete turn to the right. Can't even do it in the menu either. I didn't get to watch the whole run because I started streaming, but I gotta say, that was one of the goofiest fucking things.
Those are kind of my, like, I don't know, chat, how do you feel about meme categories, like Mario Odyssey nipple %?
Well, you can have fun with me. Did you see any max % Peach, no kidnap?
No.
The lowest % of the video on that, where the amount of things you can collect in the game before Peach is kidnapped by Shadow Mario.
Oh yeah, I think I've seen that video. Oh, there's multiple ones.
Multiple?
Well, I don't know if it was his video, but I did watch like a multi-part series about that a long time ago.
Well, that video basically went on what max % pacifist was, and then tied it into how the Peach thing works. It was a very good video, though, because there's a lot of shit you can grab in Sunshine before you actually, like, unlock Bianco Hills, basically.
Yeah, you can do pretty much all the secrets. You can go to Piano Village.
Yeah, because the collision is not on the pipe. But the loading zone for Serena is not there.
No, it's not. That's really odd.
I had no idea what infinite barrel stacking was, or moon jumping and falling for 1 hour onto a shine sprite. Like, what the fuck is this nonsense? This spell card is only poopy butts because when it goes gray, I lose track of bullet.
Really? I find it kind of makes them a bit easier to see.
There's motion blur, and I don't like motion blur. Alright, now Yuko.
Chat, one of my favorite meme speedruns is Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 Bus %, where you play the game regularly until you get to the second last level, which is Philadelphia, and then you get hit by a bus. And that's it. That's the run.
Why?
I don't know. Why not?
What's the world record?
I don't know, man.
You literally just beat level 1 and then you speed run into a bus.
No, it's the second last level, so you gotta play like most of the game.
What the fuck?
Well, to be fair, that run is the world record run for that I think is like 12-ish minutes, so it's not super long.
Well, Tony Hawk's Underground is like a 15-minute speedrun, isn't it? You
No,
don't need
it's
to do
not. I don't know Underground. This is Pro Skater 2.
Is that the same thing? Underground
No.
Pro Skater?
No, Underground is like its own thing.
What?
There's Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, then there was like Underground, which I think is just called Thug.
So, sorry, I'm not familiar with the Tony Hawk extended universe.
And then there's like, there's Thug. They call it Thug because Tony Hawk and then Underground.
There's
Thug.
like a million Tony Hawk games, and I think only a handful of them are well received.
I like Pro Skater 3 because it has the N64 version has a terrible loop of Ace of Spades, which is a song, basically like.
It's a song. I thought it was a band.
Well, okay, it has a song by Ace of Spades. I don't actually remember what the song is called, but like, because of how the N64 has so little room for music, they completely butcher the song, and you just keep hearing "and don't forget the Joker" over and over again. And it's funny. It's hilarious. Also, the loop is so bad.
Nowadays, that game can be called Tony Hawk DMCA. There's a lot of music in there that just gets your content clean. And to be fair, there is a mode that removes it, but at the same time, why do we need a mode like that in a video game? Disable the music so you can stream it without getting content claimed by fucking the music industry. Where 5% of that profit will actually go to the people who wrote the song. Okay.
It's like the Fallout radios.
Fallout radios, does it have music that gets claimed?
Yeah, those are all real songs from like the early 1900s.
Oh, I figured they were real songs. I guess I just thought better. And again, I should have expected
They
that much.
actually do get claimed if you play them on YouTube.
Touhou randomizer, each stage is random one, and each one will have shmup game released so far. That'd be really cool, actually. I can pull EOSD stage 1. Would it be the same boss? Would it guarantee the same boss?
You pull up EOSD stage 1 and you fight Youmu.
Well, I think if the bosses would be, the boss would be consistent to the stages. So a stage 1 boss would be in stage 1, unless you go full randomizer and you just make whatever boss.
Fair enough.
But then I could also make a flaccid ending where you just fight Rumi at the end. She has 2 spell cards. You're at full power, so she fucking melts because she was never meant to be fought with full power.
I mean, I've done that before for just shits and giggles. Because you can do it.
I never played Tony Hawk games.
No.
They were for a system I didn't own.
We had N64s.
They were on 64?
Yeah.
I thought they were on PlayStation 2.
I mean, they are, but like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 is on N64, and it's also the worst version to run because the load times suck.
Well, how?
Because it's a fucking N64 cartridge.
Huh? N64 cartridges held the entirety of Super Mario 64. I don't know how big that game is.
Cartridges couldn't even hold the entirety of 2B's ass.
They could hold 64 megabytes. Hence the name. Maybe. I actually don't know that. I don't think that's true. I think I'm talking on my ass. No bombs, 1 life, and never get any power. People do that to themselves willingly, minus the no power part. They're called LNNs. Lunatic, no miss, no bomb. You have to beat the entire game on the highest difficulty without using a single bomb or getting hit once.
Chad, it was impressive for a while though, right?
LNNs are very impressive because they require you to beat the game without getting hit or bombing once. I do not have that kind of ability.
Chat, that might... You know what, chat? I'll say it. Just because of Yusuke's score run, that might be my favorite spell card in all of Touhou.
The grazing one?
Yeah, it feels so good to do.
Because it just shoots bullets at you and you can pat left and then get like 100 plus graze.
I know, right? It's so satisfying.
Then you get hit anyway.
Like that.
Then you get hit anyway. Well, okay, Youmu style.
I don't want to think about that. Ew.
Yomu's patterns in the LOL-K format would be infinitely worse. For cooldown, it would be the same, but it would be faster and denser.
You know, chat, I had a thought. Remember a few streams ago when we were talking about, like, if Zun wanted to do another partner-based game, what partners could he pull from? What if he did the exact opposite? Instead of doing, like, partners that made sense, he just made the most unlikely pairings.
Welcome to the perfect possession incident, where Marissa is possessed by Koichi. Because those two definitely have any real chemistry.
Yeah, make a game about that. Put it on a shirt.
Futa and Ichiren were together. Some of the pairings made sense, but Marissa and Koichi was just like, what is this?
Let's see if I can't capture this.
Pretty sure that game is the only reason people like had any any pairing stuff between those two characters was because of that game putting them together. Alright, this is the part where I got hit like 3 times in a row.
Ah, damn it. I got spooked.
Into the laser beam.
Yep, this is what happens, chat. You get hit once, and you're not the same.
So dodge this last ring of red.
I really thought that would work. Alright, chat. Yo, watch. I beat the game with no... Oh, no, I grabbed 5 power already. Shit, well, I can't double down now.
Max power!
Look at the motion bar.
You didn't get any points for that. That's pretty lame. She didn't explode the cherry blossoms because there was nothing to explode and you got hit by it.
Right, I forgot I have to hit the button first. Alright, well now I get my bad ending.
It's more so my mouse goes on sleep mode if you don't touch it for more than 2 seconds at a time, which
That's
is
a shame.
kind of annoying, but at the same time, I guess it saves battery power, so whatever. I'll accept it for what it is. Suddenly we're going... I think I just turned the mouse speed on. I don't know if that button controls sensitivity or not. I really don't know. Feels like it. Holy shit, that mouse sensitivity.
Like any day now.
I think I broke the game. I think the game crashed. Yeah, the game crashed.
Okay. Alright, never mind. I don't get my bad ending.
Well, that's okay, because remember, the as long as you get to the first ending screen, it counts.
Yeah, but now I don't get to know how I fucked up.
Well...
Now I have to not beat the game again to find out.
Alright, well I guess it's my turn to play the game.
It is your turn, huh?
I get to play one more time!
Huzzah!
Up the game. Alright, give me the damn thing. Oh, that's right, because the game crashed. No, wait, what? It should still be your control scheme, but it's mine, so I don't think you're safe. I don't think your run's saved after all.
I mean, does it really matter?
No. No, it doesn't, but it's still stupid.
It is dumb.
Alright, my turn.
I have to unbeat the game.
I don't know why it crashes like that, but as you can probably imagine, it's not exactly the most fun thing in the world to play with. Hard mode. This is the Shrine Maiden of...
Paradise.
Hamdai. That's not a real word. Small hitbox. Longest border of life and death.
Lowest auto collection boundary. Lowest threshold for maximum value. Largest raise area. Fewest cherry points lost when hit.
Cool. Cool abilities. I play with Reimu with her socks on. Alright, here we go. Needle time again! That's weird.
What? Oh yeah, you paused the game. Wait, is it like yours and mine? Oh.
How far back did we go?
I guess I never did beat you, Kari.
Fuck? There's nothing here.
No, that was yours. I put that name in for you.
Oh, right. I forgot I had to do that. I had to go pee.
Yeah, so I decided I'd put in what I thought you would.
Why the fuck did Shot Slow go back on, though?
I don't know, man.
That had no business being on. And what?
Chat, this is a really good stage theme. That's all I have to say. It's just a nice theme.
And then Letty shows up and blares trumpets in my ears.
Yeah, and I'm not really a fan of it.
Alright. Points don't matter at all. But I like the yellow number. Very good. Pew, 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 pew. This is the way it should be, yes. Why did I have that number red?
What do you mean?
Oh, numbers are red.
I don't know. I think mine were a few times too. I'm not really sure what the deal is with that.
Alright, well, I don't think I got all the power I was supposed to there. Maybe I should uncross my legs and fight Shirno. Fight Shirno the way she should be fought. Thrilling. It's just a standoff at that point.
I know this is a stage 1 mid-boss compared to a stage 2 full boss, but Why couldn't Cherno be this easy in the OSD?
Because she's a stage 1 mid-boss, and you answered your own damn question.
Yes, and I want an answer anyway.
What? You know, aside from the answer that is the most obvious, can you give me an answer to the question I have?
Yeah. You know, it's like that thing where you do, where you're like, aside from all the points that disprove my theory.
What do you mean thing I do?
I mean, thing people do in general. I think you've done it before, though.
What? I did it as a joke.
Well, yeah.
I made a joke once.
You made a funny.
Unbelievable. Speaking of funny.
It's like, aside from all the things that prove me wrong, can anything even prove me wrong? The answer is no.
If you ignore the data that says otherwise.
Exactly.
Alright, Letty. Letty, you look like Sakuya. You look like a fusion of Sakuya and Remilia. The hair, the hat, the body type.
But that's just a GameCraft theory.
GameCraft.
GameCraft. What's her little pin? She's like a pin or something.
I don't know. You notice that when Reimu's thing lights up, the only thing you can see in the corner is a C. That's it. I see Reimu. Alright. Shoot the bullet. She's taking her sweet time to fire. Alright, now that I've played the game once, I should be okay.
You say that.
Lingering cold hard.
You get hit by Letty again. Remember, you did use a continue on you. Remember, you do have to fight you.
I did use a continue on Youmu because Youmu is a bitch.
Most popular character.
Most popular drunk girl, more like it. They only like me for my alcohol tolerance. Alright. Letty shoots lasers, and I'm not really.
That sounds like something you'd say during a busy person stream.
Well, those aren't anymore.
Not yet.
Oh.
Do you think Youmu will get first place again this year? Man, I don't know.
That depends.
How many people thought she was gonna get first place this year?
The people who voted for her, I imagine.
How many people? Well, just because you vote for someone as your favorite doesn't mean you think they're gonna
I would
win.
hope when you vote for someone, it's because you want them to win.
Well, yeah, but you don't know they're gonna win.
Well,
You
no.
don't know if they're gonna win.
Unless they all conspired. Remember, the number 1 vote gets 2 votes instead of 1. Youmu won. Youmu became the winner. It's pretty impressive, honestly.
How do you dodge bullet if 99% of the screen is bullet? You find the 1% of the screen that is not bullet.
Yeah, it's that easy. It's
Like,
a matter
yeah.
of mathematics. If 99% is covered, that means 1% is exposed.
Yeah, you want to know an example? Starbow break.
Yeah. No, 1% of that screen is safe from all bullet. No joke.
Bullet.
I've picked up a bad habit of extending all of the words that use a U in them with 2 O's.
I mean, is there a problem?
Not really, but I don't know why I do that.
Because it's funny.
It all started with the word bug.
Boog.
Boog. And then it evolved to the word slug. Slug. And now I can't stop.
It also might be, I'm gonna turn this clued into a square-shaped clued.
That might be it.
Oh, God.
Holy
I only
shit.
ever mention those videos on streams. When I'm not, when the stream is over, those videos don't exist in my mind ever.
This is like Miracle Fruit, but not as bad, but still
But since
bad.
this came before Miracle Fruit, wouldn't you say that Miracle Fruit is like this?
Yes, that is correct.
If you want to be risky, I do something similar actually. I like to roll R's in letters where they don't need to be.
I can't roll my R's.
If you want to be risky, you can misdirect Yomu's first non-stop by going above her while she's talking, then quickly go around and down to basically get rid of the first wave. Raise burst and indicate the other fast enough, so don't take that as bad.
Yeah, I couldn't hear a word you said over the sound of the fantastic tales of Tono. But either way, that sounded like it was not going to be something I'm going to pull
It
off.
sounds like something that might only be possible with Marissa, but we're not sure.
Marissa's fast. She's a fast girl.
She's a fast girl. Also, yes, if your Yuyuko voice in your head is not busy person Yuyuko, fix that.
Her voice is like a marshmallow.
It's so swap.
Alright, here we go. Hello, Chen.
Who can spin faster, Chen, Ron, or Yukari? Well, if we're going on like power levels here, it would stand to reason that Yukari would be the fastest, followed by Ron and then Chen.
What about Alice? Alice is kind of part of that equation after all.
She'd probably fall between Chen and Ron.
Alright. Domon, Seimon!
Tecton, Suru Tecton.
Dude, she goes fucking ham up there.
She draws a star. Chen drew stars before Sanai did.
Oh, the fight was done.
That's the worst way to die. Is when they're dead. Or they have like a pixel left. Bro, I'm not even playing the game and I got shivers from looking at you do that.
Flight of Ida. I don't know how to do this one.
I bombed it
For
because
stage 2 boss, she's freaking me out.
she kinda outruns my homing, so I can't be carried. And it's kind of annoying.
Well, that worked. Konjin of Demon's Gate. Pew, 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 pew. Now isn't this a great feeling?
Also, don't forget, if you want to do the whole carry border cheese thing, you could always press B right before it disperses.
I know.
I'm just saying.
Why would I fail such an easy bonus?
Well, you didn't do it, so,
I did!
No, you didn't.
I just captured that!
Well, yeah, but you didn't disperse it yourself.
Yeah, because that would fail the bonus.
Would it?
Yes, that's how that works.
Really?
Are
I
you-
thought you still got it.
What? What do you think this is? Touhou 16?
Wow.
Crazy.
You just gotta throw shade, huh?
Well, that's what is the truth. Ay, ay, ay. Alright, there's Alice immediately. I'm gonna spend the rest of my days in the Alice zone, dodging crisscross bullets. Imagine playing this game when you're tired and trying to process what's going on. Because I can barely process it right now as it is.
Bro, I made my sister play. I made our sister. I don't know why I only said mine. I made
My
our
sister.
Mine alone.
I don't know why I
made
went
our
back
sister
into
play
that.
this after she got her wisdom teeth pulled out. I am not a good brother. Or depending on how you look at it, I could be the world's greatest brother.
Give me that. There we go. That's gonna go up to a supernatural border in a second. Let's just
Chat, welcome to the Alice Zone, where it's just like
me and
a
her
dark
and a bunch of her
background with
dolls.
a crescent moon.
This is where you go when you enter her house.
The Alice Zone.
It's slimy in here. Mame Buna.
I love this stage. We've got Alice and Alice as mid-bosses, and most importantly, Alice as the boss.
Alice is present in 3 different parts of this stage.
There's barely even a stage here.
It's basically just a boss fight. Well,
Like, this kind of feels like, aside from the 2 mid-bosses, this feels like a stage 6 Link kind of stage, really.
no, I disagree. Stage 6 is like 1 attack and then a mid-boss and then that's it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, besides the 2 mid-bosses, like, it's kind of more or less...
No, Yuko's stage is like 40 seconds long intro.
Fair. The point I'm trying to make is that it's shorter than you think it is.
No, it's perfectly fine in length. It's just, you know, there's a boss, there's 2 mid-bosses, so... The stage itself isn't exactly the longest as a result. The next stage makes up for that anyway. The next stage is fucking ever.
It is as long as the song.
Alright, hello Alice.
Why is everyone spin? Hey, look,
Power-ups.
chat. It's Marissa's
Oh, her
partner.
dolls spin too.
I mean, I kind of already know. I always noticed that. I never noticed Alice spin, though.
Why does she spin her dolls? That means she's twirling them on her finger.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
Do you think she yo-yos them?
Yo! Yo. Why is she not dead? I looked at her health bar like 3 seconds ago and it was gone. Where
Bro,
did it go?
I've been doing the same thing too, and I'm just like, I feel like I should have won the fight by now.
Wow, look at this mess.
Yeah. I can kind of cheat this one a bit because I have homing.
Panic.
It's actually Beyblades, not dolls. Chad, is there Touhou Beyblade?
That's not real.
Can it be real?
No, maybe. depends.
I like how we. Like,
Okay,
they
I
stopped
have
shooting
no
at that.
idea how this one works.
You can't really stop them from shooting though. That's the thing. So just kind of use your unfocused bomb.
Oh yeah, I have that, don't I?
Yeah, I do that occasionally. I'm pretty sure that one does more damage.
I let go of the focus button, and my brain was like, that'll send the bomb out.
There you go.
Lame.
Touhou Beyblade? Yeah. Danmaku, let it rip.
I hate squeezing through streams.
Chad, I've talked about this before, but I watched the entirety of the first series of the Beyblade reboot on Netflix several years ago. And to be honest with you, I don't remember much. I remember enough to have a vague recollection in my head, but if you ask me what happened, I really wouldn't have much of an answer for you. A meteorite fell from the sky in ancient times, and for some reason the ancients made Beyblade.
Yeah, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Is based off ancient Egyptian shadow games. Like, what's your point?
Yeah.
You think spin tops can't be alien entertainment that fell to Earth?
I'm just saying, a meteorite fell from the sky, and then they made spin tops out of it, and then Moses.
Why did they make spin tops out of it?
I don't know. Why Moses part the Red Sea with it?
Because you gotta let it rip every step.
And then one of them became evil, so they sealed it inside of a volcano to prevent its power from being stolen.
An evil Beyblade?
Yeah, it became corrupted and evil.
You know how stupid that sounds?
Yeah, and then you have the main character has to fight it because his Beyblade is like the super holy counterpart or whatever.
Chad, are these stories made as stories first or products first? Like, I have to ask how the process works here. Do they make a product, then create a lore around it, or do they create the product based on the lore? Like, what's going on?
I know you can't read this, but I'm sorry for making fun of you for dying to Cherno.
I didn't die to Cherno. What?
I didn't die to Cherno. He died to Letty.
I didn't die to Cherno. Cherno didn't hit me. What?
When you move on to Touhou 8, can you apply the Gyat patch so everyone has that face?
The what?
The Gyate.
I have no idea what that is.
I don't know what that is either. Yeah, Egyptian shadow games, and then the Beyblade people just had Beyblades, but then one of them became evil and they sealed it in a volcano, but then dude pulled it out of the volcano, and then evil happened or something.
Best way to handle that situation, I suppose. Where's the
They
start?
had a
Oh, it starts on this side of the screen. I remember
had a
because last
tournament
time
arc.
I fucked it up.
They had a tournament arc at the end of that series.
Oh, big surprise.
Yeah, and it had a villain that was he was really weird, but he was kind of sick in Beyblade standards because the Beyblade's whole gimmick was that he fucking kind of tore him apart slowly each time you hit him, and I'm like, damn, that's metal.
Well, they are metal.
But then he lost to the main character and turned to stone. Don't
He did what?
He just turned to stone after he lost. Chad, I kind of want to watch more Beyblade now. Beyblade's low-key kind of sick.
No, it definitely isn't.
No, it is. No, it's pretty sick.
No.
It's pretty sick. Chad, you can't tell me that Spin Tops doing battle isn't sick.
I can tell you that it is the exact opposite of sick. It makes me sick looking at it.
The happy Yuka face. That's what it is.
What the hell is a Gyati?
I don't know, bro.
What is that? My earbud.
Fair enough.
Come on!
The only thing I remember about the later series is that there was suddenly 7 chosen ones or whatever, and there was this one character who was introduced who was like, "Yo, I can't wait for me to be awakened as one of the chosen ones," and then he isn't, and he gets really depressed about it.
He must have been the comic relief.
I think that's basically what he was. He was like a main character. He was the young hothead. He was full of spunk, and he wanted to be the best. So he basically spent the first episode of the second season harassing the main character because he was hot shit. But the main character lost his Beyblade because after he defeated the evil, it turned to sparkles and flew to space. I'm not making that up. That's what happened. Chat, I really want to watch Beyblade now.
Chat, does anyone like to tell me why Lily White is capable of the teleportation no jutsu?
Teleporta no jutsu! Chat, if I haven't convinced you to watch Beyblade yet, what more do I have to do? Beat 'em on. I forget that those are
Ew.
Battle beat 'em on.
Ew.
I barely remember those. They were one of those things that just kind of faded into my memory, like Super Monkey Rainbow Force.
We had knockoffs from a dollar store that looked like Bomberman.
Oh my god, those! I remember those!
Damn right you do. They were shit.
They were shit, but they looked like Bomberman, so I didn't care. Yeah, one man.
Goofed it.
Dai can teleport too. That's true. Dai used to say no to teleport to no jutsu.
Oh yeah, you're right. Let's just stay on this side of the screen and hope things work out. Yeah, like that.
I won't watch Beyblade, but why though? I'm
Why
gonna need
would
an
you?
If I haven't convinced you, I need to know what do I need to do to convince you? You have to pay me to watch Beyblade? Yeah, my PayPal doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. If I can't convince Dylan to watch Ghostic, how can you convince us to watch Beyblade?
Haha, you lose.
You're not wrong. Hey Dylan, wanna watch Ghostic?
No.
Well shit, I guess that's just it, huh? This man will watch hundreds of episodes about baseball or whatever the fuck. but
Major Crocs games, they're good.
pay him in Beyblades. I own Beyblades. I still have them.
The hell you do?
Yeah, I do. I don't have an arena for them though, so it's kind of hard.
Anywhere is the arena. Just use a bowl. That'll work.
We don't have, man. Bowls aren't arenas.
What?
Bowls are not arenas.
They're arena shaped. It's close enough, isn't it?
Bruh. Can you believe this, man, chat? Chat, I'm gonna watch Beyblade after the stream. I'm gonna say I'm gonna do a lot of things after the stream and probably not do any of them.
You're gonna forget all of them by the time you're done with the stream.
It's true.
That's how it works.
You like Beyblade? You like Beyblade. That's good enough for me. You can binge hundreds of DBZ episodes, but not 26 episodes of something I like.
Damn right.
Have you ever seen the 4Kids ad where it's Ryan Drummond talking about like the next episode of after Raditz kidnaps Gohan, and he's like, Goku's old. He's like, can Goku be able to get his kid back? Well, then his old enemy Piccolo shows up, and then he goes, now Piccolo's a Saiyan, just like Raditz.
What?
Yeah, I can pull that up for you.
Did he get fired for that? Grievous error?
Well, it was the voice of Sonic, so well at the time.
So he got fired.
Now.
This looks like a mess.
Oh, come on. Did I just ignore it in my feed? I hate this software. Now I gotta scroll through and find it.
Alright, this one I did last time, but I don't know how.
Just kind of squeeze through it, basically.
Yeah, but it's not very inviting. Yeah, I don't really like that. Ow. Oh well. Sorry. I think there was a pattern on it, but I was not able to react fast enough.
Forgive me, Chad. I'm trying to scroll through Twitter to find this now. I need to find it again.
Wow, that was a very good pattern. Barely anything came near me. Alright, well, time to eat shit for that. Alright. Cool. Alrighty. Alrighty.
Chad, I can't find it. It makes me sad.
And now we're on the staircase. Staircase makes me sad. I don't remember where this starts. Oh, well, there's an indicator on that one at least. Alright, bring it on, ghosts. You don't scare me. Yeah. That was a bad idea. Wacky. Whack, whack, wacky, whack.
Time to pay the light toll. That's basically what Youmu is, huh?
Yeah. I mean, she is the gardener of the underworld, I suppose. I'm not gonna be able to hit that fucker. Alright.
Alright, I have it ready for after you beat the stage.
Or maybe I'll quit out.
Will you?
No, I don't think so. Maybe I will, though. Considering it.
It's under consideration.
Uh-oh.
It's part spooky. It is if you can't kill one of them.
Yeah!
Yeah, it has been almost 2.5 hours. Well, it's almost 2.5 in the recording. Actual streams were
I was eating chicken! Now I'm tired.
Yeah, and I beat Yukari. So, you know, I've done something today.
Congratulations.
Thanks, man. Time flies when you're jamming the music. Time flies when you're playing Touhou. It doesn't feel long, but then you do one and it's like, oh, 30 minutes have gone by.
The music is quite nice, isn't it?
It is. Chad, I'm genuinely surprised to hear that this stage theme is more popular than Yomu's theme, because I've always greatly preferred Yomu's theme over the stage theme.
I forgot I had no bombs. So I just kind of set
You
myself...
resign yourself to being
Yeah, I
a
set
genie,
myself there. I was going to hit the bomb button, and then no
I've
bomb.
done that a handful of times.
I really shouldn't have, but I didn't see anywhere to go, and I was not really looking at that point. I don't know how to get through that properly.
I don't know either. We both do the same thing, which might not be the correct thing.
But I don't know where else to go.
Link the thingy on Discord. I'll check it out.
Alright. Give me a second, Youmu. Give me a
Second on
second.
the itch.io page.
Alright. Youmu!
Oh. This face. I forgot what that face was called. Like, now that I see it, I remember it, but I couldn't actually remember what it was.
Watch this.
I looked up.
I pressed the fucking bomb button and got hit.
I thought you got spawned on.
I did.
Nice.
Because I went up there to press the bomb button.
Why did you go up there?
Because I was trying to press the bomb button so I could hit her with my bomb.
You're just using unfocused one.
I did. The bomb sucks.
Your bombs all suck.
Yes.
That's your own fault. Complaining about a low tier.
Rainbow's bomb shouldn't suck though. Rainbow.
Well, Fantasy Seal doesn't suck. Chat, every character with more than one shot type has a bomb that sucks and one that doesn't suck.
God. This character infuriates me.
Hey. It's all fun and games until Youmu gets involved. You stay there and kill her. I really don't know what it is, chat. Like, I can tell you what Youmu does, but I don't know how Youmu does. I'm surprised you got that, honestly. But that is a good death one. I don't know how to do this one. This one terrifies me.
I don't know at what point is that active? Like if I walk into that right now, am I dead?
Oh, I thought you told me it was. So
I don't know. I actually don't know.
I haven't been doing it this far. Certainly looks like it would hurt you, but you know I'm not
playing that game.
Yeah, I'm not going to trust that. If anyone wants to tell us, I'll gladly accept that knowledge. But Chat, why does Youmu have bullet time?
Good question.
Like, this doesn't seem to be a thing that's ever brought up.
Because that's active.
Yeah, that's active. I actually didn't know that was active. I don't usually go to the bottom anyway because I figured...
I ran into it by accident once because I went all the way to the bottom of the screen.
I just figured I'd get spawned on down there, so I elected not to.
Pressed up. That's cool. That's cool too.
How the fuck did you go through that?
I should have waited to grab
Yeah,
that.
should have held off on it just a second.
No.
Yeah, those first few were pretty good patterns, but then that one was just no bueno. I was confused for a second because it didn't speed back up. Alright, you got 3 lives and 2 bombs right now, and you can get up to 1 more bomb from Youmu.
I despise her.
She's a fun character, just not fun to fight against.
Her stuff makes me angry. More angry than any other character.
What about UFO?
Okay, that entire game makes me angry. That's different.
What about... Well, I was gonna say Great Fairy Wars, but that's just games.
That game makes me angry too.
I don't know, man. You didn't hate Koishi.
No, I didn't.
I don't know. Raiko, maybe?
Oh.
Raiko?
Oh, she was a pain in the ass.
I don't really hate Raiko, though. Even though everything has, like, a layer of kind of luck to it, I don't like this bomb one. I really don't. Like, despite all of that, I did genuinely enjoy playing Raiko. Faithful.
I didn't.
Junko or Clown?
If I played on Legacy, actually,
Yeah.
I think Junko is one of the most unfun bosses in the series, so.
Because she's kind of... Like, the Lily's spell card is cool looking, but then everything else is just like, yep, this wants to kill me, alright.
Alright.
Auron would be for me, because I don't understand Ghost Wheels.
Auron's a bitch.
Utsu too, kind of.
Yeah, I don't know, I had an easier time understanding Utsu's stuff. Not really anything special about it, necessarily.
Utsu's stuff is, like, easy to understand.
Utsu
like,
is just all movement. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Except the cooldown. I can't handle some of those cooldowns.
Funnily enough, yeah, it's all movement, aka the thing that I kind of like doing, but I'm really bad at it.
Alright.
Hopefully we did. Yeah, there we go. Imagine playing UFO and all the UFOs are saying blue all the time. That's just called playing UFO. That really is just playing UFO. All the UFOs you want are blue. And when they do turn red, if they do change color, they're long gone, my friend. You gotta wait for them to come back down. And by the time they come back down, they're blue again. Of almost 200 million point though. Now chat's just posting dancing mode. The Yuko has a good theme, chat. He has a good theme. Streaming, but it's like I feel like I'm doing something wrong. Weird.
Cool.
The only thing I don't like about this theme is the trumpet blaring kind of goes a little too ham, but this theme still slaps.
She only fires at the white things there like once. So once they get through that,
Yeah.
it's pretty consistent.
Weird. They look like chicken feet. I don't get it. Yeah. I'm not talking because I want him to focus. Wow. I didn't even see what one hit you. I really thought you were fine down there.
I'm not sure what to do after.
Like you stream
That
it
wave
and then everything-
happens. Yeah, but now I need to get across it before another wave like this. I can't do it. I can't keep going one side of the screen. There needs to be a point where I can squeeze like that.
Oh! 31 hundo grave. Virgo does not use butterflies. It would kind of make sense. Well, kind of. She's a firefly, not a butterfly, but using bug-themed bullets sounds legit.
What, Wriggle?
Yeah.
She does.
She doesn't.
She does.
She doesn't. She doesn't use butterfly bullets.
It's her last word.
Is it? No.
Yeah, it is.
Well, maybe I just don't know that then, but even in the main game, unless she has like a harder lunatic spell card that I don't know about, that she uses,
She might, but it's definitely her last word.
okay. I
It's
don't know.
actually quite a hard one. Cool. And dodge everything just to back up into a fucking bullet. Alright. Yeah.
Alright, you got 52 seconds. Capture it. The tree has bloomed. And now you can see Yuyuko's body about as well as you can see Klakuma. I don't know what it is about like this part. Something changes and I don't know what it is. Virgo does have spell cards besides the last living these butterflies. Cool beans. Now, Yuyuko pay off.
Boom. Damn it.
Close but no. Close but no.
2 more lives and it would have been okay.
Ain't that just how it goes? I remember that one time I almost beat Miko and then lost my last life.
On her last spell card.
Yeah, it was great, and
There
it
we
was
go.
because of that I basically didn't get.
Slow DPI.
I didn't get to fight Mamizo, and frankly, I'm okay with that because, well, I'm not really.
You tried the stage, you just didn't even get to her.
No, I don't. I'm not really fond of 10 Desires.
Well, chat. That sucks.
We tried.
I would have had 1 extra life to play with if I didn't run into Youmu and get spawned on, but that was more my fault than anything. But wow, that character is infuriating.
Especially on hard mode. She is very hard.
Probably worse than high difficulties. Oh, right, I gotta do the thing.
Yeah.
Well, it was no EOSD, but
Nope. We're gonna have to have a second episode.
will I practice? I don't know.
I'm not gonna practice.
I don't know any good resources.
Why would
for
I
that.
practice when I could just do it the next time?
I don't know good resources for anything outside of normal mode. So practicing on higher difficulties is kind of...
Hard is probably a weird one because it's like, if you're just a casual player, you're probably just playing normal, and if you're hardcore, you're probably playing lunatic.
Yeah, so playing in the middle ground is like, oh shit.
Where are my easy mode guys at? Called spell practice? Well,
that doesn't tell me how to do it, jackass.
Hate Youmu.
There we go.
Hate Youmu.
There you go, 100% game completo. Alright. No, that's all that. 2 hours and 40 minutes, damn.
Yeah, well, I got like 20 minutes of Yukari in there. And
pretty good, though.
Pretty alright.
That's true. About 20 minutes of that was to Yukari, after all. Yeah, we'll have to do more of that on Friday, and maybe we'll do better. I don't know. Goddamn. Youmu was the worst part of that, by far.
I just realized, I basically beat Yukari the same way you did. I got to the end with a certain amount of bombs, and then just kind of rolled with it.
What do you mean a certain amount of bombs? I have 4 lives.
Yeah, I had just enough bombs.
Yeah, you started with double the bombs I do, so of course you had them. Well, here's the thing. Here's what happened, chat. The first 4 stages went okay. I mean, there was some trouble with stage 4, and then Youmu took like 5 lives, and then Yuyuko had to be done with 2, and that's really stressful.
Basically, learning is probably just bomb Youmu and then get to Yuyuko with the resources.
Tried that and I got hit. My bombs don't do any damage, but her cooldowns. I've reached a point where I look at her cooldowns and I don't want to do them, but then I also don't want to do any of her spell cards either. So I'm kind of in this unfortunate predicament where I actually have to play the game for at least one of those things, and I can't do it very well because I don't have a single one of her attacks that I am capable of handling.
His focus bomb does damage, but it also has shit range.
It doesn't have very good range. At least I don't think it's. I think it's range based. I can't tell.
Pretty sure your unfocused bomb does enough.
It's pretty
does something
shitty, and it's also hard to remember to take my hand off the focus button when it matters. Anyway, we'll be back on Friday with more attempts. You know, maybe you throw yourself at things enough, you tend to understand it. I'm trying to find something
I will feel the banana eventually.
Try to find something on these patterns for. It's mostly just Youmu and Yuyuko. And even then, I'd still say it's more Youmu than Yuyuko. Yuyuko seems to take less lives, but also I don't know how to dodge that stupid ring of butterfly bullets consistently, because every time it comes at me, I think, oh, I'm good, and then I get hit. And then I don't know what to believe anymore. But, you know, there's always next time. We'll see what happens.